The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town. All right, and we're going. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the show. Jaden, you want to start us off?
No.
The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town. Yeah, guys. So this is episode 10, and it's my 20th podcast ever. It's your 4th.
I think so, yeah.
Your second.
Yep.
Oh, hey, just another. Don't talk keep it like this far away, not too close. Cause recently, dude, I fucking have a habit to fucking talk like this, where it's touching my fucking mouth.
I don't put shit in my mouth though, like you.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Keep it fist distance away.
Whatever. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, boys.
Happy to be here.
If you get your fucking mud off me, that'd be really
Yeah,
awesome,
push him off. Push him off.
I fucking hate just.
You can just push him, bro. Knee him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming on, boys.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting having you guys on to see this dynamic on camera, but it's interesting being friends with you guys, cause I'm gonna be honest, you kind of feel like the devil on my shoulder, and you kind of feel like the angel on my shoulder.
Okay.
So let's say I'm at a party doing cocaine, and then I roll up the dollar, I'm about to do it. Coleman's like, man, you should probably just go home, have a Bud Light or two, and just call it a night, man. It's just not worth it. And Jaden's like, snort that fucking line right now. And then our other friend is the guy to fucking, while I'm doing that, do his line, my line, and several others, and then head to the pub after. I'm not gonna say his name. I was very tempted to out him as a fucking drunk.
Nah, it's not the time. It's not the time.
He'll out
We'll
himself.
save it for the Patreon.
He'll out.
Save it for the.
He'll out himself.
Yeah. I guess the first topic I wanted to get into, just because I see this fucking everywhere, is what are your guys' thoughts on the 100 men versus a gorilla?
Jesus Christ, we're getting right into it.
If I get to pick the 100 men, I'm taking the 100 men.
Well, let's see, all 100 are just guys like us.
We're getting ripped in half.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance. Also, I feel like it doesn't matter who the 100 men is. They're not getting through a gorilla. There's no way.
Bro, 100 is so many.
The only way it would work, you all 100 have to go at the same time. You can't have 80 people go and 20 be like, oh, I don't know. All 100 have to be on his balls.
True.
Right off the jump.
Yeah,
because if we're saying 100 men versus one gorilla, I'm thinking one person like us versus 100 kindergartners. If they all just jumped on top of you, are you getting out of that?
That's a good analogy.
Yeah,
are you getting out of that?
I would fuck up
100. I don't think you're getting out of that.
100 of them?
So, and you're
actually take a second to think of how much 100 are.
All it takes is for me to knock out the first two.
I think
I have
even
a weapon and a shield.
I think
you got
even
90.
50.
You don't have a weapon and a shield, bro. A gorilla doesn't have a weapon and a shield.
He will pick up one of us and start swinging us.
In this
No, a gorilla
analogy,
could.
you're on a playground and you got kindergartners swinging
100 kindergartners? No, I couldn't. But I'll be completely honest. Give me a solid 30. I will fuck those kids up.
I'll
so
give you
quickly.
30. I'll give you 30. I'll take 11.
But no, I think 50. I think 50 would be too much for you.
You think? Line them up. Let's go down to the closest elementary. Let's go to Sacagawea Middle School. I'll start taking
these
those
kids are
thoughts on.
swinging from monkey bars. They're jumping from the top of the castle.
They also
bro.
pick their nose and can't tie their shoes.
Yeah, so you're catching diseases.
Also,
bro.
kids don't care, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Kids don't care.
Kids don't care. I don't care.
Here.
Your daughter's you just fucked up every single one of my friends.
Yeah.
You know my birthday party I had coming up? It's just no one's gonna be there.
It's gonna be in the infirmary.
Yeah, fuck. No, but what I've been thinking is there's only one way to settle this. So you know how the Saudis are kind of trying to they're so rich and they're trying to establish their place in the world. They're trying to take over golf. They're trying to take over soccer.
One of them just won chess. He just beat whatever that dude's name is.
Saudi?
Yeah, or he might have been from India, but there was some dude who's a 5-time world champion, hasn't lost in 300 matches, and he got checkmated within like 5 minutes. And he raged too. I've never seen rage in a chess match before.
I love it.
He
Damn.
lost it.
Well, I was thinking more just when Saudis just try and pump money into shit and take shit over, just use their wealth
Yeah,
to their
they're
advantage.
Worth trillions of dollars.
Okay. They tried with golf. They're trying with soccer, and they did get like Ronaldo and Neymar. You guys obviously, everyone knows who they are, and it's still kind of not working. If they want to win over the public, like one of the trillionaires just needs to like get an arena, and then literally find 100 men
Some gladiator
willing to actually like put on a live event, like similar to like a UFC pay-per-view.
I feel like the only ones who are willing to though are just losers.
They're gonna.
They got
yeah.
nothing to lose.
That's
It's
the
gonna be
problem.
it's gonna be a massacre.
no, but like
That would
let's
be terrifying.
When
bro.
I say that I think 100 men could take on the gorilla, I'm handpicking like John Jones, Cain Velasquez, Yoel Romero. Give me Brock Lesnar.
gorilla strength. We're talking gorilla strength.
100 of them though.
One gorilla, dude.
All it takes
Do
is
you know how
one John
hard-
Jones oblique kick.
Do you know
I
how hard it
swear.
would be to make a gorilla bleed?
just gouge his
Rip
eyes
his-
out.
I was gonna
That's
say
not
rip his
happening.
eyeballs out.
He will-
Yeah.
As soon as you go for the eyes, he'll just chomp your fucking
ever see-
fist
I was
right
gonna
off.
say- you
With
ever seen the
98
teeth?
other guys.
You ever seen the teeth on a gorilla? Those
Bro.
things are 8 inches long.
If Jaden can't take 100 kindergartners, it don't matter. It don't matter the UFC fighters. They're not taking 100 gorillas.
just
Or they're
compare
not
me-
taking a
You
gorilla.
just compare me to a gorilla.
I
I'll take it.
guess.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I say
Not
this.
far.
I say the Saudis find 100 fighters that got cut from the UFC. Be like, let's be honest. You have brain damage and your career is pretty much over. So
The PFL don't
if you
even
want to
watch
make
it.
$1 billion and put on a hell of a show, come to Saudi, and then you can give the money to your family beforehand because you probably.
Yeah, they're all gonna have to write
Yeah.
out wills before they go in
Yeah.
there, if they're gonna get paid.
But dude, no, I'm saying if the Saudis do want to establish their dominance and like win over the public, that's what they have to do. That's just what I think. I don't know. I've always
That's a hot take for sure.
I've always wondered that. I've always thought about that. Like when I'm like fucked up, it's just such a dumb thought. Like, you know how like these trillionaires, like they've already bought everything money can buy. What if they get bored? They're like, let's put 20 guys in the cage with a tiger and just invite all the
They start
lads.
doing some Hunger Game shit.
Invite all the
Yeah.
lads over, like have hookahs and fucking like.
I could see them doing a Hunger Games type style, like
Squid
you take
Game.
you take the worst criminals in Saudi Arabia, and just give them the option. You want life in prison, or you want to fight to the death in an arena?
Fucking dystopian, bro.
Yeah. Now I could get behind that. I think America should take like all the pedos and put them in a fucking Hunger Game arena. Just let it. And
I
then,
would watch.
and then
it.
even
I'd watch.
the winner, we shoot him too. Fuck
I'd
it, he's a
watch.
pedophile.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. What does the winner get? He
Nothing.
Just gets death.
He gets the quickest death, and that's a fucking 5.56
But
to
he
the
had to-
forehead.
Kill 20 other people to get there.
Yeah, there's only 13. What do they call them?
13.
What do they call them in the Hunger Games?
I haven't watched Hunger Games.
I've seen it many times. I'm trying to think.
Districts.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
I got you.
You only got 13 districts.
Fuck.
That'd
I
be
don't know.
That'd be a massive
But I
tournament.
would watch that.
They
I
got to
would
run
watch
it
that.
tournament style though, like season 1, join season 2, all 13 of them at the end.
There's a lot of pedos out there, dude.
Tons.
There's a lot of different categories and fucking tournaments to play.
Well, that'd be so funny if the UFC Dana's like, fuck, these Saudis are kicking our ass. As soon as we announced Aspinall Jones, the Saudis announced fucking 50 guys versus a tiger, bro. Fuck. They're coming for our ass. That's just what and dude, it could be going on. It could literally be a real life version of Squid Game, except instead of the Asians, it's the Saudis.
There's some crazy shit going on out there for sure.
You guys see
what's
Squid Game,
going
right?
what's going on with Elon and Trump right now?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I haven't looked
The
into it
alien,
much.
you know what I see everywhere? The alien versus the predator is what they're calling it.
I haven't looked into it much. I feel like it was inevitable. I mean,
Well, you saw the tweet, right?
I don't know. Ava said that she was, or
Elon
was tweeting all day.
Elon said that. Well, this is
the
crazy.
one, the one
Oh,
tweet.
that
Kash Patel, the the head dude of the FBI was on Rogan's podcast
Yes.
when Elon tweeted that.
And
And he's like,
he said Trump wouldn't have won without him.
no, he said Trump is in those Epstein files.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't that make sense?
Everybody's in the Epstein
Yeah, that's
files,
the problem.
It's not really a surprise, actually.
No,
There's so much footage, even before all this, like, of them hanging out
Yeah,
together.
and here's the thing: with how many people are in those files, you got to then grade it as, well, who did the most grimy shit? I mean,
Yeah.
was he a one-timer? Did he just get his feet rubbed?
Because you always hear. I mean, like, if a fucking billionaire comes up to you and says, "Yo, you want to come to my island?" Are you gonna say no?
Yeah,
It's not like you know there's little kids there.
Wait.
Fuck the probation. I'm on my way, dog.
In the files, is it just names? What if it was descriptions of what, like, Trump's not that bad, Prince Andrew on the,
Well, yeah,
That's not
I,
good.
I feel like it's
That's
like
not good.
I feel like it's names and maybe people they have on video.
Who created the files?
Peop-
Epstein himself?
Well, no, like Epstein has I think they raided his house and it's just like the government files, like everything they have.
Oh,
on
they
it,
just
all the
documented
fucking
of
dirt.
what they found.
Yeah, so they all the tapes because they were recording that shit, dude.
Yeah,
that
they
was
got
their
grimy
bribe.
shit.
Yeah, that was their
Yeah.
bribe. It was
They
like,
got grimy
hey, let's
shit.
get the fucking biggest politician, and there's some 16-year-olds here. He might not know they're 16, but then after we tell him we got it on video and that we want to
Diddy
get
fucked
whatever
up.
we
He
want.
should have recorded everything. He could
might
have brought
have.
down everyone.
Did he?
I don't think so. I
Did
think
he
the only thing they
do it?
got on him
We'll
is like
find out
900
soon.
bottles of baby oil and
Yeah.
500 dildos.
900 bottles of
Damn.
baby.
Yeah.
900
I think that's all they got is just a massive amount of sex toys and baby oil. And then everybody's story matches.
Yeah.
And they haven't even met each other. And they're like, well, on this day, this happened. This person's like, that's crazy because I was there like 5 years later. Exact same thing happened to me.
Some people never change, man.
No.
Like, it is fucked, but it would be funny to see, like, the different variety of people on the list. They're like Donald Trump,
Yeah.
James Charles, and Conor McGregor.
My first thought, because this is
Huh.
already known,
What's Chris
fucking
Tucker doing on
Stephen
here? I
Hawking.
fucking love Chris Tucker.
he's
dude.
on. Dude. And Stephen,
No, he
Stephen
actually is on.
Hawking and like
Yeah, what the
everybody.
fuck?
What the fuck was that vegetable doing there?
Dude, he was having some
Have fun on the jet skis.
Hey,
Bring someone to lube up my chair.
Yeah.
Like, what?
See you when you get back.
Yeah.
and
Come
then,
on.
and then
What a waste of space. They should have brought a better guest to the island.
What if
than-
Stephen Hawking's handler's like he wanted to go? I don't know. Fucking, he
said I
was
could-
my boss.
He said I
Fucking-
could take his turn. I was doing what I was told.
Yeah.
God, powerful people.
Dude.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I don't think we'll ever know the full truth
No
because
way.
there's
No.
so much powerful people wrapped
Yeah.
up in that the government knows if we let this out, our secrets are coming out and this world will burn.
Also,
to the
Elon
fucking
Musk is the
ground.
biggest troll in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gonna throw some shit
Yeah,
out there
I
like that.
guarantee you,
If there was some real like nasty dirt on Trump, then the fucking
it would be out. by now.
the liberals would know and they would have released it during the
Yeah.
campaigns.
I feel like Trump just slapped Elon's ex's ass and pissed him off a little bit. Now he's like, I gotta ruin this guy's life.
Yeah, it was probably over the pettiest shit.
Yeah.
Of
Told him that
course.
his Roadster X was dog shit.
They're
and
like-
he needed to be faster.
They're like, oh, your hat looks kind of gay, or like,
It-
nice shirt, like loser.
It was
He's like, you
inevitable.
know what?
that-
I'm tweeting this
And
shit. I don't
they'll
give a
be
fuck.
they'll be back together, dude.
yeah.
They'll be back.
It'd be funny if it was just like a fucking like Ron Sam from Jersey Shore type situation where they just fall out and get back together.
Are you friends with her or not?
Are you friend, dude? Oh, I miss Jersey Shore, man.
now it's Jersey Shore family vacation.
I cannot believe it's still going.
It's still going. It's just not as wild.
It was the #1 reality TV show besides Catching Up with the Kardashians.
true.
And that even fell off when Kim K's sex tape came into play. How
Oh,
about them
oh.
apples, huh?
Yeah, didn't fall off for me.
You know what's funny?
He
Remember,
goes, I was a weekly viewer after that. Hey, should we see what my sister has to say? She's FaceTiming me.
Oh God, ask her how she feels about Elon.
If you want,
But
up to
is she-
you.
well, now it's on air.
Yeah,
Send her to voicemail.
yeah, I mean, we just got really quiet. So
Yo,
yeah.
it's frozen. Look at her face.
What are her thoughts on Elon and Trump?
Oh, no, it's frozen. Deuces.
That's so fucking rude to do. Just
Yeah.
hang up on your sis.
Oh my, why am I? Oh, never mind. Oh yeah. Jade, remember we used to go to Ava's and just like when her parents were gone and just go there for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I remember on Sunday, like I was there with like everyone had left. It was just me, Coleman, and Ava, and like I don't know. I think it was Ava just put on Jersey Shore, and then Coleman and Ava were like, "Yo, Matt, like we actually got to go do some stuff, but like if you're too hungover, just need to kind of relax, chill before you go. You can stay here." And they left on Jersey Shore. They left at like 2 p.m. They got back at 9 p.m. and I was still watching Jersey Shore on the
Jesus
fucking couch.
Christ.
And we're like, you're still here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm that friend that doesn't know when to leave, bro.
Yeah. You also don't know when to hang up the phone, bro.
Oh, I don't, dude. That's why I need a podcast, bro. Because
You
I
can
could I just go on and on and on and on.
No,
and
because
on.
then I'm stuck here for 5.5 hours when I could have summed this phone call up in
He's
15
like,
minutes.
All right, bro. Well, anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to fucking tell you.
Yeah, fucking. You're like, Matt, this audio message has been like 3 hours, bro.
Dude, that's the
I didn't
I
know you
know-
could go that long.
I know when I start getting audio messages from Matt, I'm like, a phone call's coming in fucking
for
10
fuck's
minutes. I
sake.
know it. I better wrap up whatever I'm doing so I don't get too
I
drawn
literally
out.
listened to his audio message last night while I was mowing the lawn, and I practically finished mowing my lawn by the time it was over.
Yeah. I don't
And you
doubt
did
it
it
one bit.
At the end of the audio message, you're like, anyways, so that's about all I got. Oh, and also tomorrow we should, or maybe this weekend we should do this.
Dude, the funniest ones are
Uh,
when he knows he's rambling and halfway through his story, halfway through his sentence, he'll be like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling again. But anyways,
Yeah, bro. I don't know why I do that. I gotta stop doing
we got to
that,
get
bro.
you a female dog.
I do.
How's the female hunt going?
I mean, just fucking the apps are fucking ridiculous, bro.
Hide your sisters, hide your aunties. Matty Doe's on the prowl.
Matt's on the loose.
No, the apps are ridiculous. You swipe right once, it's like, all right, now you gotta pay $50 a week.
Oh,
If
Yeah,
for
or
two
you
more
need to get that
swipes.
premium.
Dude, I feel like the apps lure you. They skew it to where the best, like the most popular matches for everybody are your first 10. And then you run out and you're like, what am I supposed to do with the Dallas Cowboys D lineman here? Like, come on. He's got a purple mohawk and eyebrow piercings. What do you want me to do with this?
So dude, I'd always get this ad on TikTok for this one called Duet, and I would just see it all the time. So I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. So I downloaded it, and bro, it will give me notifications like, hey, Madison likes you. And I click into it, and then it's like, okay, you can only talk to her if you sign up for the premium plan, and then they charge weekly, which is ridiculous. And then if you hit no, so then
This
it's
is
like
ridiculous.
so then it like the full screen, it just says reject her.
Damn.
It's like, all right, I guess I have no option but to reject her, bro. Fuck.
I guess I should just go out in the real world and talk to a woman.
Is this not a form of
that's not happening.
third-party prostitution?
It
Are you
kind
not
of is.
buying women right here?
You're paying for
Are
it.
you not buying women?
I've already
Kind of a good point.
Yeah.
Never thought of it like that.
Give me this Duet CEO.
well, bro, they do it because they're like, bro, like what's stronger than like male lust? Probably nothing. I mean, like
A gorilla?
like nuclear energy, gorilla, and then third place, male lust, the lust of males. Like so,
you were getting intimate here, bro.
well,
My lust is out of control.
no, not mine. That's why I don't pay for it. But like other guys, because like, bro, they probably do make decent. It doesn't matter. It could be $100 a week. Like there's gonna be
Bro,
a handful of guys out there that
Absolutely,
will pay
they
for
make
it.
decent money.
Yeah.
Why do you think OnlyFans models are fucking millionaires? They're
Oh,
selling
dude.
That's what I
farts
was
in
about
jars.
to say. OnlyFans is the fucking.
They're jarring up their farts and shipping them out UPS. Like,
That's like the biggest gotcha on the internet right
Oh,
now. Because it's
yeah.
like, hey, sign up for my OnlyFans. You can see pictures of me in a T-shirt.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
and you bet to pay $10 a month.
Dude, and I guarantee you 60% of those guys are fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Finding the ones that
Possibly.
look the youngest.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Most of
Fucking
these
sad.
OnlyFans models are like, what, between the ages of 19 and
Yeah.
26?
A lot are
Okay,
fresh out of high
these
school.
guys are probably like fucking 75. just all
True.
wrinkled up on Social
Yeah.
Security.
Fucking widows.
Yeah, sitting next
That's
to their
fucked.
widow's ashes, and they're like, "Well, honey, we got us a nice one."
Well, thanks for the life insurance, honey.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I've never once touched OnlyFans. Like, I don't know if it's an
No.
app or a website. I've never looked it up. Nothing.
No, like why? Why would I? If anything, I feel like more of a loser. I'm like, oh, dude, I have to pay to see a girl
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah.
I don't got game like that. Come on. And I'm not okay. Let's make this clear to the 2 women who do watch this podcast.
It's.
I am
my
happily
mom and
taken.
Matt's mom.
I am happily taken.
Oh yeah, I forgot your mom watches. Oh yeah, did you know his mom watches? She commented on one of our last
Good for
episodes.
her.
She said she liked it, which I'm happy
That's a
about.
supportive mom.
Do you know how I knew it was her?
Yeah.
I went to her page and she had like a playlist saved of a bunch of like Jehovah's Witness videos.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is Coleman's
Yep.
mom.
Yep. Yep.
That's
gotta
a
keep
supportive
up.
mom right there.
Yeah.
She's like, well, shit, I can't show up to the job site and cheer him on. I might as well watch the pod.
I never told her about it either. I was too embarrassed, but she saw it on our TV when she was pulling up something for the baby. And I
That's
think
funny.
she just
She's
watched
like,
it
what,
on her own.
Coleman, you're on TV? He's like, no, it's a 5-viewer YouTube channel. You want to be the 6th?
5's enough for me, man. I get zero likes in my day-to-day
Hey.
life. Any amount of views is like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
right?
a lot.
You're the only motherfucker
Our first one
though I
got
know in
88.
2025 with no social media.
I know, dude.
No,
I deleted my social media in 2018, maybe 2017.
Yeah.
Never went back, dude. I think it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Oh, 100%. I have social media, and I can tell you it's the best choice you ever made.
Yeah, I deleted it in high school because I was just like, I hated seeing people's drama and shit, and I was just like,
Dude,
I don't
now
even
it's
need this.
like now being post high school, it's not even that I see drama. It's like I'm scrolling and it's like John Jones needs to vacate the belt. Some guy just killed his kids. Oh, Elon hates Trump. I'm like, what do I do with this information?
Yeah,
now
I think-
I'm just all over the place.
yeah, I
bro.
think that's the problem with social media and like specifically Reddit because I got Reddit for a while and I deleted it after like a month.
Reddit is toxic as fuck.
Dude, it's
yeah.
I hate seeing like I mean I don't know if this is the right word, but worthless people's opinions.
No, it is
shitty
worthless.
opinions. And that's social media is just an influx of people's opinions and views, and it's like, well, now that's just changing your view, and it's just fucking find your own way instead of constantly feeding
The
off of
only
other
time
people's
people
input.
get in a comment section is when they don't agree.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, great. Now I know all 27,000 of these are just going to be somebody making fun of one kid
Yeah.
who made a comment
That's the
first.
thing, dude.
It's like, well, that kid...
Cyberbullying in fucking middle school and high school is depressing as fuck.
Hey, yeah,
you hear so many stories. and it's so
Cyberbullying
sad.
was not okay, but we need to bring back a
Yo.
form of bullying for sure.
Yo.
These kids are getting fucking out of hand.
They're getting soft.
Some kids need... No, not even soft. It's just fucking wearing dog collars and
yeah.
going
Oh,
into women's bathrooms.
Furries.
Yeah, dude.
dude.
I
cut
saw
it
one
out.
recently in my
you
Cut
kids
it
need to
out.
get picked on a little
Cut
bit,
it
dude.
out.
I'll tell you what, shit was not like that back in the 2010s, all right?
Yo, do you guys remember Ask FM?
No.
Yeah, I do actually.
You do?
I do.
Dude, Ask FM, such a ridiculous
I know what it-
concept.
I know what it is, but I never, like,
Oh, you never
engaged
used
in
it?
it. Yeah.
Explain it.
It was, dude, so you could just say, like, things to people anonymously.
Yeah.
And then there was one called Yik Yak. These were like such an outrageous concept, but I get why it was so popular because it's like, oh, I can finally fucking say that I hate this kid, but stay anonymous.
Dude, a form of Ask FM went through our high school. But you probably already deleted social media at this point, but they started doing Twitter polls. And, dude, it was starting turf wars.
Yeah.
Like, between schools.
I feel like I remember when those kind of first became a thing, like the
at
polls.
first it was like people were doing it about their own school, and then it was we were branching out to other schools, and then it was, oh well, all of 15 of these kids got suspended because they got into a gang fight with these kids from this
Yeah.
school. It's like, good,
I think I
all
do
over a
remember
vote.
I do remember that.
Mine wasn't like that. Mine was just like stupid stuff. Like once I got one that said like you suck dick at soccer, and I was like, okay. I mean, like, not amazing, but like this is definitely someone at my school, and I'm the team captain of like the varsity team. So like,
Just a hater.
I'm
Just a hater.
definitely not. Definitely don't suck.
It was your
dick.
coach.
Yeah, coach is like.
Coach is trying to get you fired up for the game.
He's like.
He's this fucking head coach, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will put a little juice in it.
That's some good man management. He's like, how can I fire him up but legally? Can't exactly just message him on Facebook, say you fucking suck, kid.
Bro, my
Ask FM was
high
awesome.
school football coach would gaslight me about shit, and it got to the point one day where I was like, this isn't even motivating me anymore. It makes me hate you. And my parents went to high school with him, so I knew all the shit about him in high school.
You got some dirt.
Dude, and I fucking flipped it right back on him. I've never ran so much in my life before. I was running until the sun went down. It was horrible, bro. But I came out on top. I don't care.
You had some dirt on the coach. That's wild.
Oh, yeah, bro. He's a high school dropout, continuously getting kicked out of school for smoking weed in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here trying to preach to us, you can't go out and celebrate a win. Well, why? I stayed in school the whole week. You couldn't make it 2 days.
Come on now.
Let me celebrate.
I'd
We
be
just
out
blew
there
the backs
celebrating.
out of North Central by fucking 75. You gonna
I
tell
don't think
me-
that would have been very
You're going to
hard.
tell me I can't go have a couple? Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Should we do a Reddit story?
I read a story already.
I've been like, because I've been engaging with them more, I get notifications for new ones, and
Alright.
some fucking juicy ones came
Read
up.
us some topics. Read us some headlines.
You're not aware of this segment, huh?
Mm-mm.
So there's like a huge trend on podcasts to just like, okay, a lot of, Reddit, the majority of Reddit is for losers to kind of complain about shit. But there's like a lot of subreddits where people tell like crazy stories. So just a huge trend for podcasts is just to read out the stories, and then we kind of just give our take on them. One of the ones that we read last time was, "Am I the asshole for selling Taylor Swift tickets I bought for my girlfriend after she cheated on me?"
No, dog.
Yeah.
Get rid of
Good
those.
answer. Good
Dude,
answer.
First off, you're a very good man for even thinking about buying those. Because I'll tell you this much: if my girl was a diehard Taylor Swift fan, I would ask her what the next best thing is
Yeah,
that I
dude,
could do
those
for her.
are
There's no way
not
I'm going
cheap.
to that concert. I'm
What-
sorry, I cannot.
3 hours long. What are they? 1,500 at least for a ticket.
And it's not even that. Like I do not like Taylor Swift, but it's not that I dislike her that much. I can't go surround myself with 50,000 liberal women.
True.
And
They-
just sit there and not hear some outlandish shit and not comment on it.
Yeah, you'd be getting into.
Well, then
some-
you're going to see the headline of one Republican man versus 100 liberal women. How do you think that ended up?
Dude, that's going viral.
A massacre is how
That's
it's going to
going
end
viral.
up.
Yeah, you'll win that over 100 kindergartners in a
100%.
heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Start choking them with those friendship bracelets they make.
But basically, I'll just sum up the story real quick. This guy made a fucking crazy bag sports betting, so that's why he decided to like do something nice. So then he bought the tickets for like 500 and flipped them for like quadruple the price.
Yeah, I
Good
think it was
man.
like 2,500.
Good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a smart gambling man.
Yeah.
And you know what you do? You then hit the blackjack table.
So it was a happy ending.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a happy ending.
Good.
Oh, and then the girl, like all of her friends were messaging him on Instagram like, "You fucking piece of shit."
Were they fat? It's always the fridge protecting the food, bro.
He
It's
didn't.
always the fridge protecting the food.
That'd be funny if he was like, "Update." A lot of you guys wanted to see what they look like. Here are their Instagrams.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, I got a juicy
I
Reddit
can't
story.
stand it when girls' friends get into
Wait.
shit.
You're just going to go right into it, or you're not going to read us some headlines first?
No, I'm gonna read the headline.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a really popular subreddit. It's like called "Am I the Asshole?" They explain situations, and they're like,
I like this.
"Is it my fault or no?" Okay, this one's really juicy, and it got posted today, 14 hours ago.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not wanting my cousin's pedophile husband at my son's first birthday party?
No.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
so fucking
That
smart.
one's almost too
Yeah,
obvious.
so many of this we could just answer like automatically no.
Yeah, that's just way too
Do you guys want to
obvious.
get into it or no?
I mean, we already talked about pedophiles for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Should
Hunger
we
Games
keep
style.
going? I don't know if we should keep
Let's
going.
make it 20. And then
Hit me up
fucking-
if you know any local pedophiles who need Hunger Games style. Jaden.style on Instagram.
Oh.
Well, I can do another one, but up to you
No,
guys.
well, let's hear some other ones. Let's just hear.
All right.
That one's
you
a little too obvious.
If you got some
Okay.
other ones.
I want one
Yeah.
that's a little debatable. Because
Yeah.
Coleman's such a nice guy, and I'm more of the dickhead that I might agree and he won't. I
The
want
devil and
something-
the angel.
Yeah.
Good analogy,
All right,
man.
this one says, would I be the asshole if I left my husband because he can't have kids?
Oh,
That's debatable.
I'm pretty sure she's.
Why can't you adopt them?
That's what I was gonna say. I think she might be the asshole in that scenario.
Although I don't know the standpoint from women, like, because they have such a deep
Ooh,
bond connection
that
once
one's
they
pretty
become
long.
a mother, and it changes their whole entire life on a deeper, more like passionate.
and there
note,
is
you
there's
know?
other ways to like. I don't know what the word is to get.
Implant eggs into you from
Yeah,
somebody else.
from somebody else.
Or
So is-
sperm, I mean.
So is the husband against that too? And he's just like,
If he's against that, he's being selfish.
Well, we don't even fucking know because you guys won't let me fucking read it.
we didn't say no
Well,
to
you
that.
you asked a question
We're
about
already
kids to two
we're
dads.
already debating
Come on,
it, bro.
dog.
We're already
Uh,
debating it.
Fair enough. Okay, this is an interesting one. Am I the asshole for being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery?
After her surgery,
Yeah.
Usually liposuction does the exact opposite.
what's the surgery?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is this enticing?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. My wife had plastic surgery recently.
Oh shit.
We had discussed it and I was against it. It was not my decision and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers and neck lift, other stuff I don't really get.
She looks weird now.
I knew it was gonna be some funky ass lips she got.
Yeah, fucking she gives me uncanny valley vibes now. It freaks me out. She's fully healed now and she wants us to go back to normal, like me initiating sex. I've done so but not as much as I used to, and when I do I try and make sure there's very little light.
Oh,
For
man.
fuck's sake.
This is dark.
This is bad. This is kind of juicy though. It's been a few months and I kind of dread having to look at her. Oh my
Wow.
god.
This is a good one.
This is a bad one, bro. Fuck.
This is a good topic for the pod.
Obviously she has noticed. She has been bugging me to tell her what's up. I've tried telling her I'm just tired from work or that I'm run down. Really anything except the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair. I said that I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there's nothing to find. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I just wasn't that interested right now. Nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. I finally told the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something I found attractive and that I was turned off.
How is that not hard?
Oh,
Wow.
for fuck's sake.
That's tough.
This is, she asked if that's why I turn off all the lights now. I said, yeah.
There's eating dinner with the lights off.
Oh my
This one's fucking brutal,
He's just got a
man.
headlamp
Okay.
on.
My first thought was that I was just hoping he had a group chat with the boys, like my ugly wife, like, and they're just shit talking her.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna get a supermodel, and out came Michael Jackson from
Oh,
the
man.
post-op.
They're like, I used to be jealous of how your life turned out, but now not so much.
So she
Yeah.
got a bunch of injections and like lip fillers and stuff.
Yeah, and the fat sucked out of
Well,
her
dude, it
face.
doesn't.
Oh, okay, yes.
Dude, it doesn't sound like it was just one thing.
So
Sounded it was
sh-
like
yeah, it
fucking
sounds like
loads
she
of
From
went
what I
things.
picture,
full skeletal.
she got the fat sucked out of her face, so she's probably all sunk in.
Yeah,
but then
her
she's got
cheeks.
these big, then
Uh-huh.
she's got these big fat fake lips.
Kylie Jenner lips.
And then what
Fuck's
did you
sake.
say? A neck lift? How the fuck do you even do that?
Is there a neck lift involved here?
She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, and neck lift, and other stuff I don't
What's
really
a
get.
neck lift?
Keep your chin up higher.
Fucking
Is
hell.
it for the people who got like the little gobbler?
Hey,
Oh,
got
yeah.
that little turkey
And
gobbler.
Yeah.
she's probably an old bag, so maybe the surgery wasn't
An old
fucking.
bag. Wow.
All
She
right.
probably went cheap.
So no group chat with the boys, but
Okay, this is the rest of it. There's not
Is-
much
I'll
left.
do
Oh,
the
okay.
group chat.
It says she started crying and said that she needed time alone. She went to stay with her sister. I've been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm an asshole. I try not to say anything. I can't force myself to find her unattractive. I still love her, but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from The Fifth Element.
wow.
Fuck, dude, you're getting too much into detail.
Holy fuck. I mean, dude, this guy's fucking words about
I
his own
can't tell
wife.
if-
So
Here's the I don't think he's the asshole for it. He told her.
No.
He could have
Yeah.
easily had an affair, but you can tell that he still loves the person that she is.
yeah,
But I don't give a rat's ass. You are not going to want to be with somebody you do not find attractive.
Oh, that's
and
so
he
rough,
and he
man.
tried to tell her before the surgery, like, I don't want it. Like,
Yeah.
he specifically said,
He
this
knew
is
it was
not
a-
my idea.
He knew it was a bad idea when they walked into a freaking urgent care clinic for this shit.
Yeah.
it
Also,
sounds
I
like.
mean, I wonder how much money we're talking here for this stuff, and was it his?
Fucking
Was he
loads.
spending it? Yeah.
Yeah. Now he doesn't even have enough money to go
Is
to the
it
bar
loads
and
though, or
fucking
did
deal
she
with
go
it.
cheap? Because I feel like
Yeah,
plastic
if it's
surgeons
that
are so
bad.
good these days
Yeah.
that they do a good job.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying that like he's not the asshole,
That's-
and,
I
and
was-
he went about it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
It's not like he came out of the blue. Was like, you look fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and how are you even supposed to sugarcoat? I don't like the way you look anymore.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't think he's the asshole, but it's a really tough situation.
He could have at least like printed off a picture of her old face and like cut out eye holes and a mouth hole or something.
What if he
Tried
went?
to disguise it.
What if he was so desperate he went out and like fucked with the breaker and he's like, oh babe, like our electrics are down, the lights won't turn on. It's so weird.
Ripped out all the fuses.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, dude, that is rough because like I don't see any solution here, to be honest.
I mean,
Divorce her.
divorce or
Fuck.
surgery? Is it gonna end up worse?
Here's the thing, though. If
you
she's
can't
gonna be,
fix it. I don't think you can't fix it.
If she's gonna be the petty asshole and not sign the divorce papers, his only other option is to just go out with somebody else. Then he is labeled as the cheating asshole.
Yeah, somebody out there will find her attractive, but he's gonna get a lot of
Somebody who pays a lot for OnlyFans.
yeah, a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you
bad
that much.
messages for a while.
I fucking wish there was a picture, bro.
I know. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, I can just picture in my head it looking, because I've seen some girls on Instagram that do the like crazy amounts of plastic surgery, and it's really bizarre, bro.
Yeah.
I actually really feel for this guy. I feel really bad.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. I mean, I feel for him, but he's not.
There's
yeah,
no
he's not in
winning
the
way
wrong.
for him.
I
You
don't
either
think he's
stay
an
with a
asshole.
girl you don't like or you don't find
Attractive, yeah.
or you are ridiculed by everybody you two knew because you left her off of looks. She would do the same fucking thing to you, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's fucked when people like fall in love with someone and that person completely changes. They're like, oh, so you're just switching up now? It's like, no, you're not the person I like wanted to marry,
Yeah.
fell in love with.
Yep.
You know what irritates the shit out of me, but I think is so funny?
What?
Those street interviewers that go up and they're like, does height matter?
Hmm.
And they're like, yeah, I mean, he's got to be at least this tall, this tall. And they drop down a scale and they're like, step on the scale.
Oh.
And they're like,
one
what?
guy there's this one guy that
They're
does
like,
that.
I've
what?
never seen that.
And he goes, height matters for you, weight matters for me.
Wow.
Bro.
And then he says like, we
Ooh.
can't change our height, but your weight is well within your own control, which is
He's got such valid points.
for a large
Yikes.
majority, yes.
But it's like,
That's
you know
tough.
how it goes, dude. I mean,
Those street interviews are rough.
dude, they got balls. They
Yeah.
got balls.
But we got Hawk Tua out of it.
yeah.
Oh, that's
dude,
right.
she fell off.
yeah, what's
What
up with her
happened to
now?
What happened to her? She fucking did a meme coin and fucking.
Oh, it was a
Oh,
pump, it was
yeah.
a
She
pump
got
and
a-
jump.
yeah,
she
she
ran
got a-
everybody's money out.
She got a fucking payout and then fell off because everybody started hating on her.
Yeah, she got a payout, ditched the coin.
Not many.
Everybody else went bankrupt.
Yeah. Not many Hawk Tuas left for her anymore.
Is she
Listen.
still doing her podcast?
Talk to her. And I don't think so. But I
Hey
don't know.
y'all, welcome to Talk to Her.
How do you think Pookie feels now?
Who's Pookie?
Oh,
the
her
dude
boyfriend.
that she was talking about in that.
Dude,
I
he
don't
doesn't
know
have
who
social
Pookie is.
media,
I don't know
bro.
who Pookie is. I know Hawk
Jaden-
Tua because it
Jaden's
was
like, "Wait, how do you
Oh,
not
I
know who
forget it.
Pookie is?"
I-
Dude, so when she was saying that bit that she said,
Yeah.
the interviewer was like, "Oh my dear God," and she's like, "Pookie, I will always love you."
What?
Yeah, and then
I've
and
never
then
seen
that
that part
became
of
the
the clip.
trending topic for her. That's what she kept it such a secret that it made her interesting.
Yeah.
People are like, I want to know who this fucking guy is. He's the most average Arkansas farmer you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, you know what? I think I did. I do kind of remember that now.
Like, not that he's an ugly guy or anything, but
Yeah.
he is beyond average.
Pookie.
And you're like, well, that was kind of a fucking letdown. Why couldn't Pookie be an inmate in the New Orleans correction facility? That would
Also,
have been better.
Definitely
How
would have been
good-
juicier.
how good could the Hawk Tua be? I mean, can't be that good.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't look like she had the DSLs.
Pookie should post like a review of the top
Sorry,
of the
Miss
Hawk Tua.
Gunyon.
Yeah, he should start his own podcast.
I'd have to.
Yeah, Pookie.
Yeah.
After he leaves her.
Pookie Talks.
Here's the thing, though. If the Hawk Tua is that good, he's still with her. He's taking all the heat with her.
Dude, she left him right when she got like $1 million offer.
Did they?
I don't know. I'm just
I don't
saying.
think she did. She started bringing him on the pod with everybody.
Really?
Yeah, all the guests that she had wanted to meet him
Damn.
and just talk to him about how life was before she blew up.
I kind of feel a little bad for her. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't.
Be-
I found her so annoying.
She
got what she
super
deserved.
annoying.
no. I'm like, regardless of what you think of her, like, if I remember correctly, she used to work in like a factory.
I
So
don't
she
know.
was working she was just an average person, like having a random night out, and then that meme just fucking took over the world, and she was able to like think of this, like after that she probably had a bunch of agent and like
Yeah.
corporate wanks
Oh,
being
yeah,
like,
100%.
Haley, do you want to go back to the factory? Do you want to go back and work at the
Yeah.
factory? No, we need to milk this for all it's worth.
We have
And she's like, but I don't know. I mean, I like my little life in Arkansas working at the factory. And then she's like,
Yeah,
and they're like,
she didn't have to
Haley,
drain everybody's bank
Haley,
accounts.
don't be stupid. Don't be stupid,
Because
Haley.
you are right. Obviously, she didn't think of the idea to fucking pump and dump a meme coin. It was a team behind her.
Yeah,
and
it
she was
wasn't
the
her
face of
idea.
it.
Yeah. She
It
should
is-
come out publicly and say that. Instead, she hides.
Yeah.
And now it makes her look even more guilty, and that's why she's the
Well, she's
center of,
panicking.
You fucked
Well, she
everybody.
panicked.
Okay,
She's-
if she could get global attention from one 30-second clip, she'll get people's attention by making a tweet saying, "I'm
True.
sorry, I fucked you all over."
She probably. I would imagine she did.
But her
apologize.
handlers are probably telling her not to. In fact, and a lot of people's handlers, agents during controversy, they're like, "Don't you fucking dare address the situation. Just don't." Like, do you remember the whole Cody Ko thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking bro. Like, how long did he go without mentioning it? Like, almost a year.
I want to say, yeah, I would say at least 6 months.
Like,
He's
okay,
pretty much back though.
yeah. Well,
Well,
okay.
no, really.
All right, I'm not gonna say Cody was completely dependent on other people telling him what to do because
Yeah.
he's been like in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
But I guarantee, him and his people were like, "Bro, you cannot, like, it's too hot right now. You need to just lay low. You
Oh,
just had a kid.
100%.
Focus
Every
on
single
that."
one of them have that.
Yep.
Every single person who has the slightest bit of influence on the internet has people saying you cannot do this. And here's the thing, I
That's the real
guarantee
devil
you,
on the shoulder. Right
I
there.
guarantee you that they would be perfectly fine if they're telling them no, it's too hot, you can't go
Mhm.
public with this.
Mm-hmm.
It might be hot for 12 hours, and then by the next day, people are going to be like, you know what,
Yeah.
he did do the right thing. But
Yeah.
that's going to come back and bite them in the ass because they're not going to get what they want out of it.
Yeah. It's tough.
I can only
I mean,
imagine what that's like.
In the Cody Ko situation in particular, he had what I would imagine is a multi-million-dollar podcast production studio. So he had other people's careers depending on it too. So
yeah.
he kind of just had to step away. He didn't really have a choice.
And like, Cody's like been in the game like for a long time. But
Yeah.
like, this Hawk Tua girl went straight from just being average people, like
She was just
like
out
like
on-
us.
She was out at what do you call that place in New Orleans where they do Mardi Gras?
yeah.
What's that strip called?
Yeah.
She was
Oh.
just out there just on
Bourbon Street,
vacation.
Bourbon Street, yeah.
Yeah, she was just out there on vacation.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even the person they were trying to interview. The person they were trying to interview walked past him.
Oh,
and
really?
she stopped all fucked up and was like, "Hey, what are we doing
That
here?"
Hawk Tua.
Yeah, and he's like,
Hey.
Also, let's not forget our boy Trump also did a fucking pump and dump on that Trump coin.
"Oh yeah."
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's fully legal. It's just I think it's just
shady.
about how powerful you are.
Right.
It's just frowned upon.
Yeah.
They come to press charges on you.
No, I
and they're
think
like,
it is
"Listen,
illegal.
Is it illegal? I'm pretty
It
sure.
has to be
I'm
illegal,
pretty
bro.
sure you can just take certain routes, and it's not like you're just deleting the coin. You're just like promoting it so much for a day that it gets all these buyers, or I don't know. I'm no fucking stock.
It's not
broker,
developing."
But then you just immediately kind of sell your whole entire portion of it
yeah.
and leave all your fans.
Your buyers are the only
Broke.
one who's invested at that
Yeah.
point. Once you're out, whose name is Joe Smith to the coin?
It's
Nobody. You're not Donald J. Trump, baby.
Okay.
JT.
Think about it like this, because so many people have done it now. Remember Logan Paul did it with the whole like zoo.
Yeah, that was
Crypto Zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crypto Zoo. Okay, I guarantee like these people have handlers that are like, okay, we can do this, make a fuckload of dough, and then you got to just kind of lay low, like avoid answering people's questions about it for a couple months.
The Paul brothers
and
are
then life
so
goes on.
stupid. They probably don't even have handlers at this
Dude,
point.
they're stupid rich, is what they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Holy
they
fuck.
are. I bet, but dude, with Logan and Prime, I wouldn't be surprised if they're on not far away from
Isn't
being
it-
billionaires.
Isn't it
between the
worth
two
a
of them.
billion? Like that company?
yeah.
Yeah, Prime.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Prime is huge, bro.
Isn't it like you can't you like not get it in England because it sells out so fast, or the UK?
Oh no, well, like I would see TikToks and it's like $10 a bottle.
That's
Insane.
insane.
Here's the
bro.
thing too.
Go get a Gatorade.
He got one of the biggest logos on the UFC octagon.
Yeah.
Then he got like, I'll speak on the baseball portion of this.
Yeah.
They individually choose their sponsors.
Uh
You don't get sponsored by the MLB unless you're like Louisville Slugger
huh. Uh huh.
or Wilson or Nike, you know? So he's got like 15 MLB teams where they're like, this is the drink of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking not. You guys just put it in the dugout and nobody touches it.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
And so
You think Shohei Ohtani's Japanese ass cares what he's drinking in between innings? No. But just by him walking past that bottle,
yeah. So Prime pays the MLB so that they're a sponsor of the MLB,
Yeah.
and then it just gets Prime more business.
well, they're not a sponsor of the MLB. They're a sponsor
of the team.
each team.
and then
Yeah.
it gets Prime more business because
yeah,
all the
and it
fans.
gets you
Yeah.
10 times the amount of money because the better your team does, the more your promotions are worth as they go into the postseason.
Yeah.
The Dodgers just won the World Series last
Yeah.
year, and that was the first year that they were the drink of the Los Angeles Dodgers. How much money do you think that he fucking made off that?
It's not just baseball
lot.
teams, soccer teams too. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Barcelona.
Yeah,
what's-
Three of the
Yeah,
biggest
it's not-
soccer
it's
teams
not
in the
like
world.
The whole league itself. It's whoever's like, oh, we see what you're doing. You can promote us a lot. Like, wear one of our jerseys in your commercial,
Yeah.
or this or that, or mention us. You know,
Yeah.
show up to our games. You know how many teenage boys would be like, Jake Paul's going to that game. I have to go meet him, Dad. I have to go meet him.
No chance.
It's like,
he's
I don't know
making
who the fuck
Hey.
this guy is.
You want to know something funny?
What?
Him and Ava watch their reality show.
Who?
Paul American.
I hate you for that.
Dude,
Coleman's like, dude, it's actually not that
Jaden,
bad.
I don't think you understand how hard women have it, bro. Women have it fucking
Yeah.
hard.
I can't. stand
Logan
you.
said it, and I'm
And
a
bro, okay,
follower.
bro, like
The Paul brothers might be the only people I'd be like, yeah, let's one-on-one fight, and then pull out a fucking gun on them.
Dude,
I swear to God, I hate
they still
them.
might win, bro.
Yeah, maybe with 5 extra fucking.
I'm gonna
holes
be
in the
honest.
face.
I'm gonna be honest. One thing I'm dying to see is for the longest time, Jake has said how he's gonna start doing MMA, and I just
He will get thrashed.
Yeah,
dude.
I
He
think
will
that's
He
I
should
think-
just stick to what he's doing with, and he's trying to be. He knows that he gets so popular because people hate him.
yeah.
Him saying that is just a
It's-
publicity
That's
stunt.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
He's
it's just
not
a
gonna
stunt.
fight in the UFC
He's-
or do MMA.
He's smarter than.
No,
that's
no,
the only
not the
brains he
UFC.
has.
but MMA.
No, well, okay, dude, it's not like he just tweeted it and I was like, oh, he's gonna do it. He apparently signed with PFL, and then I saw him do a whole photo shoot in MMA gear.
Hmm.
So then I was like, oh, this might happen, but this was a while ago. So
like
I was
2
like,
years ago.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I would watch the hell out of that. I'd be willing, dude. I mean,
I would only watch it to see him lose.
I mean, me
but the
too.
only
I'm
problem
not saying
is
I'm
it's-
like, go
it's
Jake,
Jake-
go Jake.
It's Jake Paul. The PFL wants him around to endorse his name
Yeah.
for their business.
Yeah.
So they're not going to put him up against anybody who has a fucking standing chance.
Uh,
They're going to get who's our worst fighter on the roster? I don't even think he's on the roster, but bring him in here. You're fighting Jake Paul.
Let's just get Nate Robinson back. See how that
Yeah.
goes.
Dude,
he-
that with knockout was so bad.
He's still fucking snoring. Yeah, you took like the third shortest NBA player as your first boxing
Yeah,
match.
I've paid for a handful of Jake Paul fights.
Really?
Yeah, I
Dude,
think-
I remember
I think
we
they were,
watched
like-
that one at your apartment.
Yeah, that and I can't remember. I've seen a few. I paid for a few other ones.
I still think the Anderson one was a flop.
Oh, I missed
Yeah,
that
like,
one.
It was rigged.
Yeah. I think
Yeah?
Anderson took a fall. You're talking about Anderson the Spider Silva?
Yeah.
Go watch his fucking UFC tapes.
I understand,
That
bro.
dude has taken
I know who Anderson Silva is.
substantial damage.
I understand.
And he's like
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, he's 50. He's taking substantial damage, so that makes him weaker.
He wasn't 50
And-
at the time.
What? Well, that was 2
Was
years ago.
I think it was longer
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
Bro,
So he was late 40s.
Yeah,
I mean-
still though.
Dude, it's the same thing with Mike Tyson. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's fucking Mike Tyson."
I knew Mike
yeah,
Tyson was going to get
but-
his shit
Oh,
rocked.
they
Who
got
the-
us
I-
on that
I mean,
one so
come
good.
on.
They got
I knew
us.
he was going to get his shit rocked.
It's just kind of obvious now. I mean, like, it's been obvious, but
Bro, they
Jake Paul, he's not going to take an opponent he can't beat.
Not saying
Although-
that he doesn't have legit skill. He's got skill, but he's not as good as he claims to
lost
be.
to Tommy Fury.
Yeah, he lost on. You know
That's
who
the
I
only
thought?
person he was comparable to.
You know who I thought was going to beat him? And this is me not being like a huge fan of fighting or whatever, but
Ben
I thought
Askren?
Ben Askren.
No, Mike Perry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, Mike Perry's
Yeah.
a beast.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
A bare fist, or isn't it
Bare knuckle fight.
Yeah, bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a fucking beast,
Yeah,
and
dude.
I thought he was gonna.
He's got some street
Yeah.
mentality to him.
Yeah.
And that right there
He's
wins
a
you
dog.
fights.
He's
Yeah.
a dog, and I don't know. I just thought I was like, oh, I guess that's it for Jake Paul, and then it didn't happen.
All right, we got UFC fights tomorrow.
Oh
Main-
yeah.
Suga.
Main event is Suga and Marab. Now listen to this. You
Listening.
can call this a hot take if you want.
Let's hear it, brother.
I have a strength and conditioning coach for MMA who also trains a bare knuckle boxer from Montana,
Mm-hmm.
a town that
Shout
is
out Kai Stewart.
less than shout out Kai King Stewart, baby.
Okay.
His town, to what I remember, is within an hour of where Sean is from. Okay, they're close.
Uh huh.
So Sean obviously blew up a long time ago, and he's been on the rise.
Uh huh.
Kai just got into bare knuckle boxing like 3 years ago. Won a world title, defended it 5 fucking times. Okay, knocking fools out too, absolutely ragdolling them. And if you saw this kid, he's like 25, scrawny as can be,
I was just about to ask how old he was.
comb over, big old curly mustache, and he's going up against dudes just fully yoked out,
Yeah.
tatted up and down. Like, you look at the matchup if you don't know anything, and you're like, this kid's gonna get eaten alive.
Uh huh.
Well, now that he's got a platform under him, and he's like one of the faces of bare knuckle fighting,
Uh-huh.
he's calling out Sean O'Malley. Like, hey,
That's him.
yeah,
Let's go.
he's calling him out. Like, hey, I want to fight you. We don't have to do it on TV. We don't have to have people there. We'll do it in a private gym. We can do MMA rules. We can do bare knuckle. We can do boxing gloves. I don't care. I just want to fight you.
Yeah.
Sean's ducking the dog shit out of him.
Why would he? What's in it for him?
Nothing. It's just a sparring match.
Yeah.
It's just like if Sean's at his gym sparring one of
Yeah.
those twats.
He just wants to spar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't need the publicity for it.
There you
I
go.
want to prove to myself and to you that I'm fucking better than you.
Yeah.
Why are you running from it, dude?
Well.
If it's not going to be broadcasted, and Kai could kick his ass and go out and be like, I whooped the shit out of Sean. Nobody's going to believe him because there's no video of it. There's no audience there.
Yeah.
So what is there to lose for Sean?
Maybe
There's
nothing,
nothing.
but also he's like, I mean, he's in like the prime of his fucking career.
So is Kai.
Yeah.
He just got back from Abu Dhabi and whipped the dog piss out of this dude in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He went to I think it was when he won the belt or his first defense. He was fighting a guy from Miami, in Miami, got up on the scale and was like, fuck all of you. This town's trash. You guys are all fucking worthless. He's going out there to be the bad guy. He's putting all of his chips forward, everything to lose, with no regret, and he's just steamrolling motherfuckers.
Damn.
McGregor said it after his Abu Dhabi fight. He's
Uh-huh.
like, King Kai Stewart is not somebody to be fucked with.
Okay, then maybe that's why Sugar's not doing
Because
it.
Connor's his idol. I mean, but dude, like they asked Sean. I think it was his fight against Piotr Jan.
Uh-huh.
That was a great fight.
Some reporter was like, "We've heard of this kid from," and they always refer to him as a kid,
Uh-huh.
as like a nobody. They try to downgrade him.
Yeah.
They're like, "We've heard this kid from bare knuckle boxing, Kai Stewart," and Sean's like, "Next question."
I've
And
seen
he's
that clip.
like, but I didn't even, he goes, that kid's a waste of my time. He's in my DMs,
Yeah.
wanting to fight, this and that.
Not paying no mind.
Why don't you go fight him then? Why don't you go shut him up? If you're, I mean, and
This
I'm
it sounds like this kid needs to catch him in the gym then.
yeah,
Just
but
catch him
Just show
But
up.
Sean,
out in public.
Sean went and moved to Arizona,
Yeah.
where he gets better training, this
Mhm.
and that. Kai lives in Montana still. He
Yeah.
does all his shit over there,
Yeah.
and he'll make a trip. I think he's in Spokane right now.
Yeah,
He'll make a trip over here and train with the boys,
that's
like
sweet.
weightlifting and whatnot. But
So
he does his
bare knuckle.
bare fucking knuckle, dude.
Damn.
And he's a dog. I think he's only been cut once,
Damn.
Wait, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
like cut open in the fight.
Oh, I thought you meant like cut from an organization.
No. And he was a wrestler in high school who just liked to fight and
Yeah.
joined a boxing gym and started doing boxing smokers. So like it's you and 5 other guys, and one of you goes out and you fight all 5 of them, and then you switch out and one guy goes out and you fight all 5 of them. And that's all he did, dude.
Is every bare knuckle boxer just an ex-boxer? It's like, you know what, this isn't hardcore
No, some of
enough.
these dudes are ex-felons, and this is the only way they can let aggression out legally.
Are they getting paid good for that?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah, I was wondering
Yeah.
that too.
Fuck yeah, they're getting paid good. You know who one of the biggest supporters is of the bare knuckle now?
Who's that?
Conor fucking McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting paid good.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Him himself has even said, I want to step in bare knuckle boxing. No, you piece of shit. Get back into the UFC first.
Yeah.
We won't even drug test you, all right? We know you're juiced to the gills.
Bro,
Who would he fight if he?
Michael Chandler. And he would rock the dog shit out of Michael
I
Chandler.
love
you
Michael
talking about
Chandler.
McGregor or Kai?
McGregor.
I'm talking
Oh,
McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Michael Chandler, bro.
Yeah, I like Michael Chandler too.
Yeah.
But
I given up on that.
Conor McGregor would fuck him up in an instant.
Yeah.
Still,
you're right.
still now.
But it would be a great.
Yes,
I think it
100%.
would be a cool fight.
100%.
Chandler puts on a show, and obviously McGregor does.
I was
All you
so
have to do
upset
if
it got
if you
canceled.
went right now, what Conor McGregor's been 4 years inactive. He's definitely out of shape cardio wise.
Uh-huh.
All you got to do is get him back in shape. Those fighting skills don't just disappear. That
Has he-
shit's muscle memory.
Has he been coked up or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on everything.
Yeah.
Roids.
He's juiced to the gills.
Roids, yeah.
Yeah. I just watched a video of him the other day. Matt, you know that you know that thing over by the squat racks that people lay like at an angle on, and they reach down and grab the bars and
Yeah.
do the like rows.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 5 45-pound plates on there, standing, just repping.
Oh, didn't
that
he post?
shit.
Didn't he post it like yesterday?
Yeah, he posted
Yeah,
it
I
on
did- I
his
did
on
see
his
that.
social media, and you can just tell by looking at his skin. It looks all like mottled. You know what that is? Like kind of blotchy,
Yeah.
red, because his blood is flowing so much, and it's a side effect from steroids.
Yeah.
He's fucking juiced to the gills.
And his balls are humongous.
Which one? The Coke balls or? I mean,
Yeah.
The eight
he's walking
balls.
around with the onion in his pocket, dude.
Do you know what's so funny? I bet the CEO of Bare Knuckle, he's just so happy to have Conor McGregor around, like helping,
Oh, yeah.
like promote the organization. He's like, Conor, you just do as much coke in the back room as you want.
Conor went
Fucking
from-
do whatever you want.
Connor went
fucking
from showing up to an event
just sell the
to
shit
then
out of
running
this.
the press conferences,
Yeah.
Yeah.
running the post-fight interviews.
Yeah.
He's on the posters for like you'll have the UFC posters. It's usually the 2 fighters facing off.
Yeah.
It's for bare knuckle. It's the 2 fighters facing off, and it's McGregor's head at the top.
Let's go.
Like,
He's just having fun
Promoting
with it,
it.
bro.
yeah.
He's having fun with it.
Honestly, though, then you remember that he's got kids and a wife, and you're like, you're such a piece of shit.
He's got
Oh,
like
he-
5 kids now
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
He is not loyal to his wife.
Fuck no, dude.
No way.
You know damn well that
Hasn't
he was.
been for a long
Do you not
time.
remember like a year ago that chick that accused him of sexual
Oh
assault?
yeah.
You know I know damn well he was coked out and got out of hand, and she probably told him no. Like, stop. Okay, now I don't want this. Not saying that she wasn't down with it at first, but when you get a dude who's fucking coked out and
did-
ready to
Did
rock.
he beat that case or did he pay it off
yeah,
or
he paid
pay
her,
her
he
off
paid
or
her a
whatever?
fat chunk
Paid
of
her
change
off.
to
Yeah.
shut her mouth and,
And
quit
they
talking.
just like
There it goes.
deleted the case or
Under
whatever.
the- yep.
the trial.
He just went for a settlement.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of another settlement, Trevor Bauer is a MLB player, ex-MLB player.
Okay, I was gonna say I've heard of him.
He got accused of sexual assault. Got kicked out of the MLB for it.
He played. Yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
He got kicked out of the MLB, and he beat that case.
Yes.
It was proven in many ways that he was innocent.
Yes.
The girl didn't follow the rules of you got to stop shit talking him. You got to stop doing this. You can't be like getting money out of him, this
Yeah.
or that. she broke every single rule.
Uh-huh.
He just went and filed a lawsuit against her, and she had to pay him. It wasn't that much. It was like $306,000.
Uh-huh.
You know, he could have got way more. But they charged her with like 4 criminal charges. She's in jail now.
No.
Because she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Does
trying to
he-
lie about shit.
Does he or did he play in Japan or something?
Yeah, he plays in Japan, but with a bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah, he went on this past weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, he's a dog, and they mic him up.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, they mic him
Yeah.
up when he pitches, and he'll be talking shit. Like, they'll be yelling at him, and he's like, "Fuck you!
Yeah.
Swing at the
Yeah.
fastball."
He was
man."
and on the podcast, on Theo's podcast, he was like really open about that
Yeah.
whole scandal.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because he was like, yeah, it's all pretty
He
much
knows
false.
he's
Like
innocent.
it was just, I don't know, it was cool to hear
Dude,
him like,
he had such a nasty off-speed pitch that he would confuse hitters halfway through their swing of if they wanted to swing or not. So they would do like a half swing, like real unorthodox,
yeah,
and he would call it a sword. So he would look at you and sheath the sword,
Yeah.
and then do a strut around the
So
mound.
who did he
he's
play
a head
for
case.
in the MLB?
The Cleveland Indians, the Cincinnati Reds, and then he was with the Dodgers when that happened.
And then he got hit with a case.
And the
And they all
MLB
fired
commissioner
him?
boot. No, the Dodgers were like, "We'll demote you to the minor leagues because we don't want that heat on our pro team."
Yeah,
And it's the off season, but the MLB had already passed a rule that anybody who's accused or convicted of sexual assault, you're gone, banned for life.
Oh,
well,
for life.
yeah, but he wasn't convicted.
Yeah.
So now he's like basically trying to apply for the MLB by playing in this league.
Yeah.
He's fucking everybody up and nobody's offering
So
him.
that's my next question because I don't remember the pod. It was a couple years ago now. But like, so he got booted from the MLB,
Mhm.
beats the case,
Yep.
and then plays in Japan.
He was playing in Japan while he was fighting the case.
Oh,
They don't give a fuck over
So
there.
how much are they paying in Japan? Because it's
Not shit.
baseball's popular there, right?
Very popular, but they're not paying shit. They have
No?
like 6 different pro leagues.
But he's probably just getting brand deals and stuff still, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah, well, yeah.
popular there.
It's Trevor
they
fucking
love it.
Bauer.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Anybody who knows ball and isn't a liberal just trying to win
Yeah.
a Me Too case, they know that Trevor Bauer's the man. Dude, he could come back to the MLB right now and start carving everybody up.
Yeah.
He hasn't skipped a beat.
How old is he? Do you know? Must be
Early 30s.
nice.
He's not that old
He's
at
got
all.
game in him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's a head case, though,
Do you
dude.
think he'll be able to come back to the
I
MLB?
hope so. I think people are too scared of the backlash they're going to get
Yeah.
from their liberal fan base.
Yeah.
Of them not believing that he's innocent when he was proven innocent in 5 different ways.
Yeah. Wild.
It's outrageous.
Um,
There's one clip of him when he played with Cleveland. He was getting pulled out of the game because he started giving up hits, and it was just time for him to get pulled out. And he got pissed, and the catcher threw him the ball back. And he's standing there waiting for the coach, and he's like mumbling something to himself. And he turned around and just launched the ball into the stands.
No.
And the coach is like, "What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here!" Oh, dude, he was a animal. Bro. Love to talk shit.
All right. I got a little topic I want to touch on.
Let's hear it.
If we can we talk about your fighting career?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea when you might fight next?
I wanted to fight on our outdoor card in July,
Uh-huh.
but I got a big men's softball tournament.
No. You ditching the fights for the softball?
Yeah,
or you
bro.
have
That,
to?
well, this tournament, if it was just like a local tournament or
Uh-huh.
like a tournament down in Lewiston for
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
100% I'd skip. But this tournament, if we place top 5 in, we can go to Vegas,
Oh, sick.
and you get cash payouts for
Yeah.
any place that you take by making it to Worlds.
That's fun. All right. So you're not fighting in July,
No,
but you're keeping on the grind. You're just training like crazy.
yeah,
What's that like? I mean, are you
exhausting.
Yeah, are you meeting do you train with like a group of guys like every week? What's it like? Do you have a coach obviously?
Yep.
How often do you see the coach and like how often are you training with the other guys?
When 99% of the time he's here. We had a UFC fighter, Juliana Miller.
Uh-huh.
She just had a fight like 2 weeks ago. After her fight, he went on vacation, went on a cruise.
Nice.
But other than that, he's here. managing because he promotes all these shows.
Yeah.
So he's managing the one here, the one in Seattle. He's contacting coaches over there, fighters here, running his own gym. So I don't think
You
the dude
can-
sleeps.
and
He's
you-
in a group chat with us.
So he's a
tech-
promoter and a coach.
Yeah.
And
so
you can just go in and train whenever, or like.
Yeah.
That's cool.
100%.
So
we
how
have
do you
some dudes.
how do you get a fight?
You just tell them you want to fight.
Really?
Yeah.
And they'll match you up with somebody in your weight class or something?
Yeah, I mean, and some like over in Seattle, it's catch weight. So as long as you guys are within 5 pounds of each other,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
How many fights have you been in?
3,
3 fights. And what's your win to loss?
2-1.
2-1. Let's go. How's that feel like to win?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's good, but
Does
it's
it put
not.
you in a high?
Huh?
Does it put you in a high?
Yeah.
Like, are you...
If you can articulate the feeling of what it's like to win a
I
fight.
mean, the adrenaline. It's got to be out
Winning
there,
by
huh?
decision is not that cool because you're nervous all the way to the end. You don't know,
Yeah.
did I just lose to this guy
Were
by
both
points?
times
What-
decision?
No, I won one by submission.
Nice.
That's cool, but it just doesn't satisfy the need.
what was the choke?
Huh?
What was the submission?
You know me, dog.
Rear naked?
RNCs.
R-
RNCs all
RNC?
day.
What's that?
You give up
RNC?
the-
Rear naked
Rear
choke. Where you
naked
get
choke.
Oh, let's go.
You give up that back, dude, you're going to sleep. It doesn't satisfy the need of knocking somebody out.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet you're
want
fucking
to knock
dying to
somebody
knock
out
someone
so
out.
fucking bad. But the problem is, dude, you go into a fight thinking I'm gonna knock somebody out. Like with my coach, he knows how we train. Obviously, he's our coach.
Yeah.
He knows how we train and the caliber of people that we train with. That he doesn't just give us some walkthrough, like some easy walkthrough fight. Like my first fight, I fought on 2 weeks' notice. I had only been training for 2 weeks. He
What?
told me the second day of practice that I was
Huh.
ever there. He asked me, "Do you like doing this?" It's like, "Yeah, it's not that bad. It'll take some getting used to." He's like, "I need you to keep coming back." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, you got to fight in 2 weeks." It's like, okay.
And you're just like, yeah?
Yeah, this guy was 32, had fought 5 times already. Like,
Holy shit.
yeah, bro. My first fight, 2 weeks into training, and he knocked me out.
Yeah, so
Second
what's
round.
that like? So what's that like?
It ain't that bad, dude. You
Knockout.
don't even feel it happen. You
Are
wake
you
up.
bummed afterwards, or are you like, I'm just going to come back stronger?
Yeah, for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
If that, dude. You're bummed for like an hour, and
Yeah.
then you got so many teammates who are fighting the same night as you
Yeah.
that you grind with these guys all week and we beat the living dog piss out of each other sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like you know what they're going through as well. To
Yeah.
see them come out victorious is cool.
You know you'll be back, too. It's like, nah, you
It's
didn't.
not the end of the world. I'm an amateur, bro.
Yeah.
This record, once I turn pro, this record is
Plus
deleted.
you're young.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
you're very young.
Yeah, of
once I
course.
turn pro, I go back to an 0-0 fighter.
Whoa. Yeah, that's crazy.
Trying to make some money.
So, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Another thing too is like you've only ever trained at one gym,
Yeah.
and this
Okay.
one gym has like very high caliber level fighters.
We got
like 4, 5 UFC
we got
fighters.
3 UFC fighters.
So like what is it like when you're just training with these guys who are like on such a high level? Like, do you ever just go home and you're like, man, I don't know if I can like cut it, or do you never think like that?
No, because I go and think like, okay, I can roll with Brady for like when I first started, I couldn't last a 5-minute rolling session with Brady. He'd end up submitting me some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 0-250 against that guy.
Uh-huh.
I
But
thought you said you tapped him once.
yeah, but he's coming off a fucking ACL surgery. So
Was it
like,
going easy that day?
well, no, he just can't fucking move to his right side. So like, all I got to do is cut that angle, and I'm good. I can do so many things, but it's like seeing like the effort that I put in, and I can last a 5-minute round with him, and then watching him go into a fight and fuck people up. It gives me hope of like, okay, well, I survived with him.
Yeah.
And I'm
Mm.
nowhere near the UFC. If I can already start surviving with him and then learn from him as well, who says I can't beat the fuck out of that guy in 5 years?
Yeah. Damn.
And at that point, that dude's already going to be a veteran in the UFC. I'm a new up-and-comer. If I
Also-
ever fucking make it.
I was not expecting tickets to these fights. I mean, I guess it's not that much, but
It ain't cheap.
They're
100
pretty
bucks.
penny. They're pretty penny.
Yeah.
man.
Over 100 too.
Yeah.
I mean, like if
And
you
that's
want,
Some of 'em
cheapest.
are.
That's
If-
the cheapest.
if you're looking
No,
for
the cheapest is like
Like
69.
I think yeah,
Yeah,
and those
seven.
ones kind of go quick too. When Matt and
Oh,
I
yeah.
were looking at it, it was like $100 for the tickets, and we were like, I don't know, middle of the.
A lot of
seat
people's
section.
families come, so like
Yeah.
they'll buy out rows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, dude. And so my next question is, like, what's it like to have CTE?
I don't. That I know of.
Yeah, you don't know until you're gone.
No, on it, bro. The crazy thing is like there's no diagnosed reported cases of
No.
CTE from cage fighting.
No.
No, boxing and football are the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Also, no one's died doing MMA,
No.
but like, there are boxers that, like, good amount of boxers that die every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, think about how big their glove is, and the only spot you're not supposed to get hit is right in the back of your head, down at the base of your neck. So think about them ducking a punch, and that hook coming around the backside and hitting them. There was one guy who got, I don't remember if the guy got caught for cheating by putting plaster in his gloves or
I
whatnot,
heard about
but
that.
it turned him
Oh.
fucking brain dead. He was
Yeah.
put in a wheelchair. He was fully just crinkled
Yeah.
up.
I heard he then killed himself.
Drooling, yeah, dude, it was ugly.
Is
Ruined his whole career.
Do
That's
you
fucked.
not know, or like, is this a thing where like you don't know if you have CTE until like the person's dead and they like study your brain?
Yeah,
or
they
whatever?
got to cut your brain.
There's
they
like
gotta
you
cut your
can't
head
just
open.
diagnose CTE.
No,
Well,
there's
obviously-
obvious symptoms of like
Yeah.
you probably.
If you're
do.
getting major concussions all the time or fighting all the fucking time,
Yeah.
you're guaranteed to get, maybe even mild CTE,
Hey,
which
right.
can't
Hey.
hurt that much.
Hey, bro, and the thing is, like, it's not like just like shit fighters that always get knocked out get CTE. I mean, some of the best fighters. I mean, do you know who BJ Penn is?
Maybe you heard of it.
dude, he's on a
Ye-
downfall.
He's a
right
he's a,
now.
he's a UFC legend. He's like an OG,
Yeah.
and so apparently this is common for people with brain damage or just some sort of like mental illness. But he like is under the impression that his entire family has been switched out with clones, so they're not
Jesus.
actually like.
he just got arrested for attacking him
Yeah.
in his own house.
And dude, I checked out his Instagram, and he'll like secretly film him talking to his mom, and his mom's name is Lorraine. So then in the caption, he'll be like, "All right, fake Lorraine, you're just a clone trying to steal my money. Like I want my real mom back." And it's like really fucked
Yeah,
up to
he's-
watch.
It's
off the
sad,
deep end.
bro. It's really
It's-
sad.
That's really sad.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to like laugh about it. It's just
A
You
lot
can-
of the
you can
times
joke
too,
about
bro. It comes from you could have not even CTE, but your brain is a little bit more fucked up than the average bear. And then you mix it with substance abuse.
Yeah.
99% of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch Chuck Liddell if he's at the fights tomorrow and they
Uh-huh.
put him on camera. That dude's gonna be coked out of his mind.
Oh, I'm excited for
Why?
the fights
Because
tomorrow.
he doesn't want to feel his body, dude. His body is crunched and crinkled. He can't move.
Yeah.
Dan Henderson, when he was in the UFC, like sacrificed his body. So, and this was like 2010's UFC,
Mhm.
where you had savages,
Mhm.
nothing like you have now. These guys fight cautious and more strategically. Back then, it was let's get in the fucking ring and just kill each other. Who cares about these spinning kicks and this and that? I'm gonna just pummel your face. He would have to. You ever seen those handicap chairs that lower people into pools?
Sure.
He'd have to have one of those in his house, pick him up from his bed, take him to the bath, and just dump him in ice.
Are those the days where they weren't testing too?
No, that was a little bit before that.
Okay.
That was
that
Pride.
Pride. I was gonna say
Pride,
Pride
baby.
fighting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pride was
Pride.
dude. You could
Mhm.
fucking stomp on people's fucking
You
heads,
could wear shoes.
dude.
You could wear shoes.
Dude, there's a video of Vanderlei Silva. He's like this crazy, scary-looking Brazilian guy.
I can't let you get that close. I can't.
Oh, you sent me
Can't let
that.
you get that
was
close.
such a legendary clip. But I saw an old clip of him in Pride stomping on a dude's head, and fucking he just walks away smiling like that was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I enjoyed
He's
stomping
a
the Christ out of this cunt.
psychopath.
Oh
He's
my
Brazilian.
He's the scariest. I think him and Alex Pereira are the two scariest looking fighters.
Yoel Romero, bro.
He's not scary looking. He's just like a freak of nature.
Dude,
his athletic ability.
his traps are the size of your biceps.
I meant like the face. Like they look like
He
an
is
actual.
a psychopath. He
I'm
starts
not saying he's
barking.
not. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying like in terms of like just from
How he
initial
looks.
first reaction seeing that guy, Alex Pereira, Vanderlei Silva.
Vanderlei kind of looks a little down. Like he's got
Syndrome?
the syndrome, yeah.
A little
Fucking
down.
hell.
Like
A little. That's a That's a nice politically correct way of referring to
I
it.
like
Like he's
it.
got the
I love
drone.
down.
And those Brazilian guys, bro, like this was back in the day before fighters were even aware of like the complications and like risks of brain damage, like post-fight career. So these Brazilian guys back in the day, like every day training in the gym, it's not even sparring. They were actually fighting each other, trying to knock the dog piss out of each other.
Yeah.
There's a story where some other fighter, he's like a well-known fighter too, I just can't remember his name. He brought in like a cute puppy to the gym, and Vanderlei Silva's like, I want that puppy. So then they agreed to fight for it, and Vanderlei knocked the guy out cold and just took his puppy and went home.
That's the most badass story I've ever heard.
It's fucking outrageous.
But
Oh my
before we move on,
God.
I just had one more question for Jaden, which is like you're super early in your fighting career, but how does your family and your girl?
My mom hates it.
Yeah.
My mom absolutely hates it.
Your mom hates it. Your girl?
Yeah, she hasn't missed a fight though.
Really?
Yeah, she ain't gonna let me go out.
That's
I mean, as
awesome.
much as she hates it, she doesn't want to get the call of like
Yeah.
Jaden got seriously fucked up.
That's
If I'm gonna get fucked up and seriously hurt, she has to be there.
That's sweet though
But
that she's there.
She's
dude.
there as a support, and it's more so it worries her if she's not.
And your girl?
Kaylin don't give a fuck.
Oh,
She's like, kill him,
go.
knock him the fuck out. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Dude,
cool though.
Dude, the only shitty thing is Caitlin's never been able to see me fight live.
No?
No, I've had 2 forfeits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So really,
Fuck.
you could count me as 4-1, but I never stepped foot in the cage. I don't count it. It's amateur fights. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
As an amateur viewer, I'll count
Hell yeah.
it. 4-1. My homie's 4-1.
Boost my win percentage, baby.
Yeah, and like Jaden, obviously we could go on for this like forever because it is very interesting, a very interesting topic, and I'm sure we will for future episodes. But I guess one last question I have is like, I just think like the psychology and anatomy of a fighter, like someone who decides that they want to do that, is just like so interesting. Like, when did you like decide like this is what I actually want to start doing?
I just decided that I wanted to go and train and just work out because I thought it was cool. It was fun. I never thought that it was
Yeah.
that easy to start fighting.
Yeah.
But once I was told by the coach, like, you have a fight in 2 weeks, I was left with the ultimatum of be a pussy and tell him no or just step up.
Step up.
You just didn't want to back down from a
Yeah,
challenge.
and you, it's not like you can psychologically convince yourself to not be worried.
Yeah.
You're fucking scared. I wouldn't say scared, but you have nerves like no other. All the way. And it gets worse because you take off that shirt or sweatshirt, your sweats, whatever you're wearing, and you get fucking cold. Like
Yeah.
right at the base of the cage. So it's like the cold nerves over the top of you. But the moment you walk through the door, you got to just fucking shut it off. It's now you and him.
Do you think it's like,
I have to go to a psychopath mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I convince myself there's no ref in here. That door is locked. Like, and I watch them shut the door and put the little carabiner through
Uh-huh.
it. So now there's no way out of here.
Yep.
It's me or him. And one of us probably won't walk out without waking up.
Yeah.
So
I'm dying to go to a fight.
it can't
dude.
be me. Bro, and
Same.
I have so much regrets about my first fight because if I was more trained and had better cardio too, I would have absolutely dog walked that fool.
Yeah.
I won the first round 10-8,
Yeah.
which is
it's on YouTube. We both seen it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I
Yeah.
beat the
We
mother.
did see that.
I beat the piss out of him. But
That was definitely a 10
it was
round.
it was my fault for not winning it in the first round because if you watch the fight back, I've watched it back a million times.
Uh-huh.
You watch the ref slowly close in on the action, slowly close in, and I'm just throwing hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. And then I see him like roll and I see his neck and I'm on his back and I'm like, I'm going to try to choke him.
Yeah.
If I would have just thrown 5 more punches,
Yeah.
he would have stopped it. I would have won
Damn.
right there, first round
That'd been
TKO.
awesome.
But I just gassed myself.
I can't wait to go to a fight.
They're dope, bro. Our coach does a really good fucking job. It's like a mini UFC. You got lasers shooting off
yeah.
everywhere. You
An
got
outdoor
smoke
one would
machine.
be unreal,
They're
dude.
dope, bro.
That'd be
Oh,
unreal.
they're
I
dope.
want to.
I actually went to an amateur one in Seattle, and it was outdoors, but I was really far away.
Yeah.
And from me experiencing that, I think we gotta splurge and get cage side. I'm gonna be honest,
Count me in. Count me in.
bro.
My first forfeit was on our last year outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pissed, dude. I was pissed. Kenny Diaz, if you ever fucking see this, I'm still waiting for your bitch ass to get in the cage. You can't run.
Can't run forever,
You're
buddy.
only 3 hours away in Moses. Not even 3 hours, you chubby fuck. You're 2 hours away. I'll find you one day.
That's wild.
He's backed out on me twice.
Really?
Yeah, he's not the second forfeit, though. But he accepted the fight, and then, like, halfway through training camp was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
wild.
I would love to see you at a press conference, bro. I feel like you would use the same insults that you use against kids that we talk shit to in Warzone.
Dude, I'm on a fucking 13-day voice ban on that shit. Don't even get me started.
I bet I could just picture you saying to Kevin Holland, like, "Yeah, your sister does the right thing, takes her teeth out." you love that line.
I do, bro.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but Jaden, obviously, fucking. I mean, for me personally, I respect anyone who's willing to get in the cage, bro. Cause fucking like the risk, but then the reward is like I could only imagine the feeling. And then going back to like fighters that you know get it heavy into substance abuse, I feel like they do that because they fought their whole life, and there's no high that will even come close to winning a fight.
No, and they just don't know anything else.
So
Like, can you teach a fighter to go be an accountant?
No.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. What are you gonna do?
Cocaine is the next best thing,
Absolutely.
and Connor is enjoying the hell out of it. So have fun, Connor. In fact, I'd love to do a line with you sometime.
Before
Yeah.
we switch from MMA, shout out the Charlton Army right here, baby.
Charlton Army.
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
Ashton Charlton.
Oh yeah, that kid's actually really fucking good.
Spokane native, went to North Central.
How old is he?
25?
Oh, he's pretty young too. A lot of
Oh
fun.
my gosh! Remember when we saw Mike Chiesa driving?
I tell him about that all the time. I go,
Dude.
well, when I first started going to the gym, I didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing, too, about the gym. Everybody is so fucking welcoming.
Yeah.
A UFC fighter or not, they don't treat you as, I'm a UFC fighter, you're an amateur.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't talk to Mike, dude. Mike's
Kinda
got his own.
starstruck?
Mike's the only person at the gym that has a locker there.
Yeah.
And it says Mavericks locker.
Where you
don't
start,
fucking
like,
touch my shit.
Starstruck, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
dude, that's
course.
Mike Chiesa.
Dude, oh my! I'll
So-
never forget when we saw him.
So when I
And
finally did
he's
talk to him-
huge, huh?
Oh, dude, you should see.
Fuck.
I'll show you guys a video after the pod
Yeah.
of him like yesterday walking around his home gym with our strength coach there.
Yeah.
This dude's got fucking bat wings for lats, bro. He's probably the healthiest he's been in 10 years. But I asked him, I go, hey, you still got that Subi hatchback? And he's like, how'd you know I had a Subaru? And I go, you had the white walls on it, or it had white lettering on it. He goes, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, me and my homie were cruising one day, and I knew it was your car because I'd seen it on Instagram. And
Yeah.
I told him, that's Mike Chiesa.
Yeah.
And so we got up next to you, said what's up, and then we took off, went around the corner, got stopped at a light, and you pulled up next to us, like looking out your window,
Yeah.
wanting to chop it up.
Dude.
And he's like, was this? And I go, and it was in Millwood. And he goes, I fucking remember this.
He
And I was
ru-
like, that was me.
He
was
rolled
my
down his
car.
window, and
Yeah.
we were like, "What's up, Mike?" He's like, "What's up,
What's up,
boys?"
boys? Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget that because
Yeah.
like I didn't even really know Mike Chiesa, but like we had talked about him, and then
Mhm.
when you were like, "No, that's fucking Mike Chiesa,"
Yeah.
dude,
And
oh
I only
my
knew it was
God.
him because I'd seen him post that car on his
Yeah.
Instagram.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That was sick.
Legend.
And he has the greatest storyline in the Ultimate Fighter history.
Really?
Yeah, well, you know
Oh,
what the
yeah.
Ultimate Fighter is?
I do.
Yeah, so on the show, you're not allowed any contact with the outside world, but like Dana allowed him to take a phone call from his mom because it was serious, and it turned out his dad died while he was away, like on the show, and then he was like, I can't just throw this opportunity away. I got to stay here and win it for my dad. So then he won the whole show.
That is so.
Bro, little do
legendary.
people know he had a teammate on that show. My coach had 2 fighters on the Ultimate Fighter that season.
Really?
Sam Cecilia. Yeah, he was the other one.
That's so sick.
My coach has put more people into the UFC than all the coaches on the West Coast combined.
That's so sick.
The same thing happened with Brady. I remember I watched the season he was on. He fucking shared a room with some other dude from Spokane. But it was like way different because Brady was like this young up and comer. This other guy was like 30.
Yeah.
And like, you know how
Josh Rettenhouse.
Yeah, and they've like in an interview he pretty much said, I'm an accountant and I've been doing this my whole life, and honestly, if I lose, then I think I'm just done. This is my last chance. And then him and Brady would like just be sharing a room, like talking, knowing they're gonna fight. And then Brady won.
Brady won, yeah.
Damn.
Brady won with no ACL. The whole season he had no ACL in his left knee, I think.
Brady's an animal, man.
Yeah, then he popped the other ACL, so now he's coming off of that.
His one comeback win against that Asian guy, I saw it live, was one of the fucking sickest fights I've ever seen.
Savage.
Dude, when he fucking covered in blood, he's screaming, he starts banging the fucking canvas, dude.
I gotta watch that.
That guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Damn.
Up and coming, future legend. Should we hop into a Reddit story?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got. I'll rattle off a couple. Am I the asshole for not tipping after overhearing what my waitress said about me?
No, they're there to serve you.
Yeah, so many of these you could.
You're not
you
the
could
only
answer, you don't
table
even
that
need the
they're serving
context.
either, dude.
Yeah.
So many of these you don't even need context. It's just like no.
What do I need to tip you for doing your job?
Yeah.
I don't get tipped at my job.
True.
Huh. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girl who didn't tell me she was married?
What the fuck?
You're
Is
an
it-
idiot.
That's just. How long is it? Too long?
No, it's not that long.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
Yeah, I
Because
get
I'm so curious. That doesn't even make sense.
All right. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girl who didn't tell me she was married? Context: I, male 29, met my ex, female 32, about 6 months ago. We dated exclusively from the start. She told me that she had once before been married to someone she was with for 8 years. During the course of the 6 months, we fell in love and traveled and started talking about the future together. Kids, marriage, etc. There were ups and downs. I struggled to understand her and crack why she was so emotionally inconsistent. Lots of hot, cold, rug pull situations. It was difficult for me, but I believed that if I was a good enough man, I could be a safe place for her to bloom and heal and be feminine. After some really serious fights stemming from manipulative gameplay and shit testing, etc., she ended up owning up to the fact that she was still married, and that's context for issues me and her had. She shared some details of the separation process that I'll spare out of respect, but I was both sympathetic to her, hurt for her, but I also felt betrayed. I told her I could move past it, but that this was her chance to own up to everything else. I wouldn't stand by any more lying. She said there was something else. A week later, my gut not feeling okay about things, I asked her if she would let me look through her phone. She clammed up and said no, there are sensitive things. Her reaction said everything to me. I told her she either showed me or we were done. She stalled for over an hour and trying every sort of reversal, manipulative, gaslighting tactic to avoid showing me the phone, insisting there was nothing. I told her to scram, and obviously I feel betrayed and like shit now. That's it.
Where the fuck was the husband?
All right. Not an asshole. So it sounds like this lady and her husband were separated but not divorced yet. Like
Or
legally.
just taking a break.
Yeah, legally.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. So, not an asshole. She obviously should have told him that she's still legally married.
Yeah, he's clearly not an asshole.
That was. Yeah, I don't know. That was confusing.
He's an
but then
idiot
it's
for
just
asking
like,
that question.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
If she doesn't want him to look through her phone because she still talks to her fucking husband.
Yeah.
Of hopes of getting it all worked out.
I figured there was going to be some secret kids or a family or something.
That's bad enough. I mean, Jaden, remember in the car right here, I was telling you about that. I was showing you that girl that I was with for the first time.
Yeah.
So, this was like the girl I lost my virginity to, like my first love. So we were together, and she,
First love.
dude, she was my first love. I was 16.
Sorry.
Fucking yeah, I lost my virginity to her. She said that she was with her boyfriend at the time when we started talking, but then she told me how shitty he was, and then she told me they'd broken up. And then, like, after a week after having sex, she said that she lied and she was still with him the whole time. And then, which is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
And then, so then
That's
what?
crazy she admitted that.
Well, do you know what happened? She felt bad and went back to being with him. And then I was so hurt by it, I messaged him on Instagram and said I had sex with her. And he was not happy.
I was gonna say, did he try to kick your ass?
That can
or-
go. I was gonna say that can go both ways. Either you be a homie and you're like, bro, I appreciate you telling me. Let's ruin this bitch's life.
That's what he said to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said. No, I didn't say, like, oh, I fucked your girl. I was like, bro, I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Like, I've been hanging out with
Or-
her every day for the past month, and she told me you guys are broken up, and then, like,
You get
It was
those
all a lie.
controlling psychopaths
Yeah.
that completely ignore the fact that she stepped out on him, and he turns all the anger towards you. If I'm gonna kick your ass, well, that's fine. I already smacked your girl's ass. So
Yeah,
come
that's-
get some, big boy.
well, dude, I mean, that's what I thought. I thought we were going to, like, end up becoming, like, lifelong friends. And, like, no,
Hey,
but
bro, remember that time I smashed your 16 girlfriend?
no, so fucking, I was obviously pissed at her because, like, I was starting to, like, the first girl I ever, like, actually, like, really
My first
liked.
love.
I mean, that's what it felt like at the time, bro. It was like a summer romance.
It was that first nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
She got you, dude.
it was
She got
crazy.
you.
She had me wrapped around her little
But you did the
fucking
right
finger.
thing. You did the right thing by telling him too.
She looks like the type of girl too that would do it.
Yeah.
And
now
the-
that he told me that story, she looks like
Ah.
she looks like a
well,
snake.
the thing is, she had like a reputation for being like the goody two. She was like, everyone would smoke and drink. She wouldn't do any of that. She seemed like a really nice, sweet girl, but
no,
then she
just
would do
drop
shit
her
like
pants for
that.
anyone, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
but then do you know what ended up happening? So me and him kind of talked about how, like, we're gonna call her out on her shit, and then he stopped replying to me, and I was still friends with her on Snapchat, and she posted a Snapchat story of them kissing, and then I saw
That
it,
guy's so dumb.
and then
Wow.
I saw that, and I was just so heartbroken, dude. My mom's like, "Oh, we got fucking Domino's." I was like, "I don't fucking want any Domino's."
Matt, you're quite quick to let women get to your
Get
core.
to your little fluffy heart.
Yeah, maybe that's a weakness for sure. I
It's a
don't know.
weakness. It's not necessarily a bad one. You just fall quick. You fall
Yeah.
quick, and then when it doesn't work out, you're kind of trying to-
Crushed.
yeah, you're crushed.
Well, it just sucks when you think it's the start of something like
You got to get some options, bro. You got to make a roster. Starting
roster.
5 and a 6-man off the bench.
I used to sort of have a wee roster, like
A
we
wee
were like it was like a C team type of roster.
Oh,
It wasn't like a varsity.
That's
like
not a
all
roster.
all American.
Those
type
are called
roster.
slump busters. That is not a roster.
Yeah, Ross is a roster. It doesn't matter the quality, brother.
Oh man.
It's a Chinese league of the
Yeah.
NBA.
What can I
right
say?
there.
I'm flawed.
You're flawed. You're just a loving guy. You want to love somebody. You will love somebody.
We got the lover, the fighter, and the plumber.
Yeah.
That would be a great pod name.
The lover, the fighter, and the plumber.
Let's do it. Yo,
That's a bit long.
every week us three meet up. That's our pod name.
There's no way that could ever work out.
We got to come up with something that
Oh,
correlates to all three
bro.
of us in one.
Did Jaden know about my name? Or the name that I came up with for a podcast?
Tell him.
The Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
It's not
That's
bad.
Nice. No, that's
It's not
nice.
bad.
That's
It's
nice.
kind of like I've never heard it. I've never heard it
No.
being done before. I just like, it's not bad. We're
It's a
all kind
little-
of trying to find our
little
way.
Peter Pan action.
We're
there.
trying to find our way in
Yeah,
life, man. We're
I
just a
rock
few
with it.
lost boys.
Yeah, none of us know where the fuck we're going in 5 years. I mean, somewhat. I know for sure I won't end up in a ditch, but
I know where I'm going. I just hope it works out.
right? Yeah. You got a full ass aspiring career that's like destined. I mean, Big Blue's sitting out front in the driveway
Big
right
Blue's
now.
out there, man.
I
Running smooth.
I had an idea for a name called Journeyman.
Journeyman podcast.
That's kind of nice.
I know.
Because both of you, depending whatever roads you take, could become journeymen.
Yeah.
Journeyman fighter.
What the fuck about you, Matt? What's your journeyman?
I'm just a guy on a journey, bro.
You're
It's
just
like
a dude. He's just a guy who tags
on a-
along for the journey.
I'm on a journey, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm on the journey documenting your guys' life.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a more clear path, and I'm like, oh, this path looks kind of all right. I think I'll go down this one. And I'm like, fuck that path. Go back, take another one. And that's how I.
Let me retrace my steps and choose the other road.
That's
And next thing you
kinda-
know, I'm lost in the forest. Fucking.
Matt has a studio full of couches, and he's like, "Man, these people on Facebook are so fucking stupid."
Well, they
Yeah,
are.
all the time.
Well, they
man.
are, bro.
He always tells me,
Am
you
I
know what,
wrong?
man? Fuck this couch flipping shit. I'm tired of dealing with stupid ass people. I'm like, bro, welcome to the real world. Half these people don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Figure it out.
Shit's tough.
Yeah, bro, the funniest thing was like I went to Ace to get some supplies for doing it, and Jaden was there because he like hooked me up with a discount.
Of course.
I walk in, he's talking to some old man, and I can tell, like, just knowing Jaden, I can tell in his head he's thinking, "Oh my god, bro, how much longer am I gonna have to deal with this, bro?"
Every day, bro.
Yeah.
Every day.
Dealing with customers.
Yeah.
I get a feel for that a lot.
I got coworkers, dude, that I'm about to start scheduling fight nights. Every store meeting we have. Equal rights, equal fights. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
either.
little end of the night.
Dude, it's
bash
to the
party.
point where, like, you got to remember I don't work for you. I work for the company.
Do you think you'd ever get so annoyed with someone you'd just be like, you know what, I quit. Fuck you.
No. No. Dude, I have gotten to the point, though, where, like, you got to remember that you're the customer service rep. But it gets to a point where this might not be everybody, but at least myself. I'm only going to let you insult me to a point, and then you call me a fucking retard. And that's the end of it right there. And I told that fucker to come back
That's
when
too
I was
far.
off work.
That's it.
I said, I'm off
Yeah,
at 5. I'll see you. I'll see you here.
Meet me in the
and,
parking lot,
Dude,
boy.
the cashier that I was standing next to hops on the radio. And this is when I worked at the Valley store.
Yeah.
She hops on the radio and she's like, I need somebody up front. Jaden's wanting to fight a customer. And I
No
hear
way
the
she said that
I
over
hear the
speaker,
office
bro.
door swing open and the keys from the manager just
And you no longer work at that location.
No, yeah. Fuck those guys.
That's fine.
Too many customer complaints about
Dude,
wanting to meet in the parking
Random
lot.
topic. I don't know why it just popped into my head. Probably because I've seen so much about it.
Let's go.
You hear about that dude from Wenatchee?
Oh yes.
Killed his 3 daughters?
No.
Yes, I just
8?
saw it
Is
this
last
recent?
night.
No, 9, 8,
Yeah,
and
very
5.
recent.
Yeah, bro. So, not this Friday.
Yeah.
Like the day that we're in now. Last Friday, he had a scheduled visit with his kids, and he didn't take them back afterwards. The ex called him straight to voicemail.
Whoa.
Other relatives called him straight to voicemail. Caseworker straight to voicemail. Once they reported it, police department straight to voicemail. Nothing. They were looking for him, and then Monday morning they found all 3 girls dead in a campsite in Leavenworth,
No.
zip tied in bags over their heads.
Oh my god.
His truck was still there and it had bloody handprints on it. I don't know where the bloody handprints comes into play because they were all suffocated. The worst part, I mean, not the worst part. The worst part is what he fucking did. The scariest part is this motherfucker is an ex-Army Ranger.
Whoa.
Yeah, brother. And
They always have some deep trauma, huh?
yeah, well,
Military
he'd already
guys.
had some mental health issues, and
Yeah.
the wife tried, or the ex tried to get it to where it was supervised visits. He was homeless, living out of his truck or at campsites. Already had some mental health issues, and the judge was like, "Sorry, I'm not going to do anything about it."
And then.
Well, guess what? Now you got 3 fucking dead kids on your hands, and that's on you, dude.
And then did he off himself?
No,
or?
he's on the run.
Yeah.
Oh.
And dude, the scariest part is they had tracked him through cameras along I-90
Yep.
of making trips to Okanagan County, like where Grand Coulee is.
Gotcha.
And all of this shit, and they, based off of like stores he was going to, how many times he was driving back and forth within the same area, this and that, they think that he had already visited that campsite where he killed the kids at, like days before, and then again, and then one more time, and then he took them there. They think that this dude's got like stashes of like survival supplies.
He's up in a mountain.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, like, people don't realize, being an Army Ranger, one of your most trained tactics is like, if you get abandoned in a foreign country, you need to learn how to blend in,
Yeah.
go undetected,
Yep.
Steal, like, and they teach you how to steal shit, hotwire a car, steal food if you need to, do survival stuff. And he's smart enough to know, okay, I'm the most wanted man in all of the fucking country now. They got the FBI here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, straight from Quantico. He knows not to move during the day.
Yep.
So he's up in those woods somewhere, hunkered down, and at night he moves, and he's out, and he's trying to get the fuck out of the state.
Yeah. Sneaky bastard.
Yeah, dude. Just today they started, because they released all this to the public today. They started that search in the Okanagan County, and they had like 6 choppers, ATVs, side-by-sides, horses.
Did they put his
People
identity
on foot.
out there? His
Oh,
face?
yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
In his truck with his plates. I
Well,
I found out
his
about it
truck
last
was
night.
left. His truck was left at the campsite where he killed him.
Yeah.
So, for him, and they searched all of Leavenworth, all of Wenatchee, all of that Latah County,
Yeah.
and he's nowhere to be found. So if he got out of there, he either had another car or he stole somebody's car. There's no way he hitchhiked. His face is plastered, at least I can for sure say in the state of Washington, everywhere. Anytime if you had social media, it doesn't matter the platform.
Yeah.
I've seen it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
I gotta
everything.
look this up.
If you pull up your phone and get on social media, you will see him within 10 scrolls. He's everywhere. They got like bounty hunters flying into Washington, like helping to look for him, and they are at the point where they're like, we hope we don't have to kill you so we can send you to prison and put you in general population and make it known to the entire prison what you did to your kids.
Damn.
I don't think if they do find him, there's 2 ways they're going to find him. Either he's already going to be dead or he's going out in a gunfight.
Yeah.
He's not just going to surrender. If he's on the run, which I don't think he'll off himself either. If he was going to, with how mentally unstable he is, he'd already fucking done it by now. So maybe he is dead somewhere out there.
You never know. He could, yeah.
Maybe he is dead somewhere out there. But
Dead or alive, I hope they find him. It's just so fucked when shit like that happens.
and you never catch him. Yeah.
And then, like, bro, fucking, I still see shit. You guys probably haven't heard of the Madeleine McCann story, have you? It's like this little Scottish girl. She was on vacation in Spain with her parents. It was like 20 years ago, and no one still has any idea what happened. And I still see like posts about it online where they're like, "Oh, new update in the story," and it's just like
probably some bullshit lead too. Once you go 20 years cold case, what leads do you actually get?
Cartels got her, huh?
Cartels?
Yeah.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah.
That's big in Europe, dude.
Jeez, I mean,
Big in Europe.
everyone's seen Taken, bro.
Yeah.
Great movie. I watched it.
will find
3
you.
of them are great.
Yeah.
And I will kill you.
I will find you. Yeah.
Good
But
luck.
no, dude, it's fucking. It's fucked.
Damn.
Coleman, don't laugh, bro. This is pretty
Nine-
serious.
9
That's
years
wild.
old, 8 years old, and 5 years old, dude.
That's so screwed up. I bet it hits different since you guys have just recently became fathers.
Dude, it hits different in a way of. It's not like, oh, dude, I could never do that to Ember. That's not even a thought in my head. What goes
No.
into my head is, if anybody ever fucking tried to do something to my daughter,
Yeah.
I swear to God, it would be the last day any of you saw me,
Yeah.
unless you went and visited me in federal prison. I would be on every fucking news station in a nice, colorful jumpsuit,
Yeah.
smiling ear to ear.
I think
No fucks given.
I think the worst one was that dude. There's a whole Netflix doc about it. The dude who he was having an affair like on his wife with some woman, and then instead of wanting to get a divorce, his thought process was, "Oh, I'll just kill my wife and kids," and he like shoved them into the oil barrels
Yep.
of where he worked at. Chris something, and then the body cam footage of like the neighbors coming over, and he's like freaking out.
Yep.
Oh my god.
American Family Murder, I think that one is
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Oh my god, bro.
That's insane when they are the ones who do it, and then they're like still there. You can talk to them or whatever. They're
Yeah.
like part of the investigation, and they're sitting there portraying a victim.
Mm-hmm.
You're such a fucking sociopath.
I am obsessed with interrogation videos on YouTube.
I love them, dude.
I'll fall asleep to them. and like little murder mini docs and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
But
love
it is always harder to watch when it's about kids. Now that I'm
Yeah.
a dad, it's harder to watch.
Yeah, it's gut
I still
wrenching.
watch,
And
but
it's not
harder.
in the instance of like, oh, dude, I could never do that to my daughter.
Mm,
It's I fear of other people.
yeah,
Like
that's the thing.
you can't trust fucking nobody, especially with kids, dude, and all
Yeah.
this trafficking shit going on.
Yeah,
Motherfucker, you take
It's
her, you're
everywhere.
taking me with you.
it's
And I promise you,
everywhere.
you'll get so annoyed with me, you'll return us. I would be the worst person to kidnap. They would get so fucking irritated with
I
me.
will find you. Damn.
Yeah, it's gruesome. Dude.
And I bet just even hearing about these stories, you just overthink every single little thing. Your kid's like, oh, could I go down to the park? My friends are there.
yeah.
And then you're like, I don't want to be a helicopter parent and have my kid end up like growing up to resent me. But at the same time, like, I don't want my kid to get snatched.
I don't go to the instance of being a helicopter parent and like being weird about going to parks, but I am the one that like if we go to a restaurant or something, I want a corner with no exit behind me.
Yeah.
I need to see both exits. I need to see I don't want people behind me. I don't.
Yeah.
It bothers the shit out of me when people are behind me and I can't see what's going on.
I almost find myself just like looking out for fucking weirdos and
Yeah.
just people, creepers, just
Yeah.
staring, like not somebody like looking to snatch, but just like staring.
Just
like,
being weird.
what the like,
Dude, and not
peop-
even with Ember. I mean, Caitlyn does not look her age. She looks like a fucking 16, 17-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So half the time we'll be out in public and like I won't say nothing unless it gets like really out of hand of like, okay, I've noticed you on 5 of the aisles I'm on now and you have nothing in your cart.
Yeah.
And I'll tell people to fuck off. And Caitlin's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you recognize that guy? And she's like, yeah, I've seen him like 6 times in the store. I'm like, yeah, you notice how he has nothing in his cart?
Dude,
He's
it's
fucking following you around.
And some people do, like specifically old people, like almost don't know how to act like when around like a baby, like specifically a baby. Like in one instance, we were at Walmart and I was like at the self checkout. Ava was with Colby in the stroller, and like some old dude like came up while I was like checking out, distracted. Some old dude like came up and like tilted the shade up and was like, "Oh, little baby," and like kind of stuck his face. And Ava was like, "What? Like what the heck?" And I just like looked over. I was like, "What's going?" I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It's like, what, dude? You have to
no
like
boundaries.
zero boundaries.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
If the shade's down, don't fucking
The old
get
people
involved.
are lucky, dude, because if I catch somebody mid-30s, decent
Yeah.
age, motherfucker, it's on.
Old
right
people-
there at self-checkout.
Dude, old people can get away with anything.
Yeah.
They're like,
Dude,
"Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry about that."
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to take my schizo medicine this morning. You dementia fuck.
Oh, that's sad.
Jeez, dark shit, guys. Damn.
You brought it up.
No, Jaden.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Fuck it.
Jaden being a
Uh,
fighter, how his mind works, he's just praying he finds this guy.
Matt's gonna go home tonight and watch all 3 Takens.
I already did recently.
Dude, you love Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I think
You
I think I
love
watched.
He's
Liam.
great fucking actor.
Dude, he's such a
Hey, I'm not
badass.
saying he's not, but Matt is specifically loves Liam Neeson.
I will find you.
Bro, it's not like I talk about him all the. Dude, I just fucking.
I
dude,
just-
I ride or die for my Irish boys.
Oh,
bro.
that's true. That's true. That's true. I just remember a few years ago, like you were trying to see every Liam Neeson movie in the theaters.
Because they're awesome.
I
Because they're fucking awesome.
know. You're like, oh, he's on a plane, and somebody's hijacking it, and he
Oh, I haven't seen that
is
one.
the marshal.
That one is really good.
It was at Nonstop.
Yeah,
I
By the
think-
way, that movie's been done 10 times, dude.
really.
These movies are coming out. They're action flicks. They've been done 100 times, and we still watch them.
You know
Tran-
which one they could never remake?
Fucking
Fucking Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a Plane. Sam Jackson.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't seen it.
I hate snakes, bro. And so that movie creeps you the fuck out.
I seen it a few times when I was a kid. My dad liked that
Yeah,
one.
you know the mistake I made. I went on a fucking mission trip when I was like in 7th grade or so to Guatemala, and every day we were going out into the straight up jungle, dude. Exactly how you would imagine it. Dirt, beaten paths. We're riding in the back Toyota Tacomas. My dumbass, the first night we were there, watched the movie Anaconda. Motherfucker, dude, that was the worst experience of my life.
Seen that
Because,
too.
bro, Like the fourth day we were there, we're on our way back, and these dudes are pulled over on the side of the road from their little moped, and pulling this snake out of the road that somebody had
No.
ran over. And that fucker, it was our local who was taking us around. He was like, "Oh, that's just a baby. That's sad. They killed it." That fucker was like 8 feet long
That's what I was gonna say.
and about this big around.
Yeah,
A baby my ass, bro. He would eat you.
yeah.
That ain't no baby. You guys got some dinosaurs out here.
By the way, they're remaking that movie, Anaconda.
Really?
Yeah, I forget who's in it, who's gonna be in the new one, but they're remaking it.
Do you know
Was
what's
was Ice Cube in that?
Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, J-Lo was in there.
and I can't remember.
Those are the only two I think that survived. too.
Yeah. The
You
new
can't
one.
kill Ice Cube.
The
Come
new
on.
one might have. I could be way off. The new one might have Jack Black in it.
Damn.
I could be off.
Do you know what I've seen that's
Jack Black
so
kills it.
strange is like, have you guys ever seen like I follow this one like fucking like fit like Instagram model, and she posted like a picture of her when she was a kid of a giant snake around her. She's like, "Oh, my mom like had a pet snake, and we loved playing with it," and it was like really scary just the pictures. Like,
My uncle had a pet boa or ball python.
Yeah.
is it the yellow one?
I think that's an albino python.
Mm.
But
I
a
don't do-
a
They're
ball
so
python is just like
big.
a smaller
I don't do
anaconda,
snakes.
basically.
I ain't doing snakes.
I have a cousin who ran like a big ass pet store in Indiana, that they had like a full ass like leopard there,
Dang.
and it was her pet that she had raised from like a kitten, and it was playing with her one day. Like they would just mess around playing. It never attacked anybody, but it fucking swatted her and sent her through the fucking drywall, snapped vertebrae in her neck, like
Dude.
demobilized
fuck's sake.
her arm like 70%. Oh, it fucked her up big time.
Damn.
But she sent over, dude, in the mail randomly one day, because she would like call my mom and my uncle. She's like, "What do you guys want? Like, I'll get you animals, just don't tell your parents." And one day they opened the mail. There's a fucking ball python and an iguana. And my grandma's like, "What in the fuck is going on here?"
I didn't order this.
Oh, yeah, she's like, "What?" Etsy's fucked up these days.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
You guys ever see the fucking stories of people that try to have chimps as pets?
Yeah, that
Oh
there was
Yeah.
one lady that
my
made the
God.
Today Show. It ripped her fucking nose and ears and
Oh, yeah.
lips
And
off.
on the
Yep.
show, she like lifted the veil.
Yeah.
They will turn on
Oh.
you.
Yeah, dude.
And bro, I mean, like, I've gotten all my knowledge about chimps exclusively from the Joe Rogan Experience, bro. Because Joe seems
That
to
motherfucker
fucking.
loves
Yeah.
Oh,
chimps.
he
does.
gets so passionate, bro.
I'm surprised he
Yeah.
doesn't have one. Well, because
He knows
he
the-
believes they're fucking humans.
And he knows how it goes when you fucking own a chimp. They'll turn on you eventually.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, dude, the story he told, I think it was like him and Tony Hinchcliffe on a pod. It was just like a clip I saw, but he told this story about something he saw somewhere in the US where these people had a pet chimp and they like threw a birthday party for it, like at an enclosure with like other chimps around. So they brought out a cake for the chimp, and then chimps experience like similar emotions that humans do. So apparently chimps experience jealousy, but like they don't have a complex like, you know, developed mind like we do, so they don't recognize that feeling for what it is. All they know is this feeling like makes them feel bad, so they get angry. So the other chimps saw this chimp getting all this attention and like having its own birthday cake, so the other chimps got extremely jealous and angry, and they went and they brutally attacked the parents of this chimp.
Dang.
And dude, it's so crazy because they're smart enough to know like what part of your bodies are like
Easy to rip off.
and like provide the most function. They're like, "Oh, cool, we're just gonna rip off all your fingers, rip your dick and balls off, gouge your eyes out." They did all of that to this guy, and they did it so effortlessly.
Oh, yeah, they got retard strength. Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I can't say that on the pod.
You can say it.
They got super strength.
You can
You can say
retard.
whatever you want.
Dude, I went to the Portland Zoo, like my freshman year of high school, and you know they always got signs that say don't feed the animals and shit like that.
Mhm.
I don't fucking follow rules,
Not smart.
and no, dude, they loved it. I gave them fucking lemon heads.
Yeah, they're gonna like it.
I gave them lemon head, but I wouldn't give it to them. I'd like flick it into the enclosure, and they'd go get it, and they sucked off all the coloring and the sourness. but they were storing them in their lips. So like they would, like when they wanted more, they would like show me their teeth like that, and there was just fucking rows of lemon heads, and I was like, boys,
Like, give
I'm
me
all
more of
out.
that.
And then they started freaking
Give
the
me
fuck
more
out.
of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, let's go.
Yep,
Let's get
we're
the
out.
fuck out of
We're
here.
out.
Yep.
Damn.
I got that one hyped up all on sugar, and he's
Jesus.
roid raging now. We got to get the hell out of here.
Jaden's like, probably shouldn't have done that, but
Yeah.
too late now. Dude, what's the freakiest animal I remember seeing at the zoo when I was a kid is a Komodo dragon.
Yes.
Dude, those things are
A
fucking...
real life dinosaur,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Big?
Huge. You ever seen the Disney show Jessie?
No. Yeah. When I was a kid.
Remember that big ass lizard?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I'll show you.
They're what are they? 2 feet?
Oh, the tail.
Really?
Those
They're
fuckers
that
are like
big?
6 feet long.
They're that
and
big?
like 250
It's
pounds.
like an alien-looking version of a crocodile.
Might
Bro,
as, yeah, I
and
was gonna
they
say
can-
might as well be an alligator.
I've watched videos of them. I follow this page called Nature's Metal.
Yeah, heard of that.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that
Rogan
too.
loves that shit.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
And
Hey, not for me. Not for me.
I watched one bro chase down this gazelle. You know how fast a deer can run.
Yeah,
It fucking chased it down and mangled this thing.
yeah.
And they can eat those things in like 2 gulps.
I know it's the circle of life, and I love meat, but man, I feel bad for the gazelle, dude. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
always
see it.
do.
I don't want to see it.
Jesus. Look at that right there.
I haven't seen one in a while.
Look at that motherfucker.
Yo.
And they can run like 40 miles an hour.
Oh my
What?
god, that's so scary.
What are
dude.
you gonna do if that thing's chasing you?
Start praying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Don't even run.
Even
bro.
the Lord won't
maybe
save
try
you
to
that
climb a
quick.
tree.
Dude, even that.
Look at the arms on that thing.
That's wild.
Dude, that is. Yeah, it literally is a dinosaur.
Can it climb
It
a
is
tree?
a dinosaur.
Can it climb a
I
tree?
imagine.
Probably, dude.
It's got claws.
Have you ever seen a
Alright.
video of a bear climb a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, just wait until you see a bear in real life climb a tree.
Yeah.
That's even scarier, bro.
Yeah, I don't. I've
Because
zero
those
interest
things,
in
it's
seeing
like
that.
they bear hug it, and then it's like 2 or 3 humps, and they're up that shit like 15 feet in seconds.
5 bears versus 1 gorilla.
Ooh.
What kind of bear?
Just fucking a grizzly bear, brown bear, the toughest ones, the scariest ones.
Grizzlies. Grizzlies are the scariest.
I know.
5
I'm
of
taking
them?
the grizzly.
Y-
I'm
y-
taking the
5
grizzly.
grizzlies.
the
one-
grizzlies.
Those
Yeah.
things stand like 15 feet.
What
Yeah.
about 1-on-1? One gorilla versus one grizzly.
Gorilla.
I think gorilla.
Yeah. He's much
think-
quicker. He's much quicker.
Yeah.
But the
I think
bear is
he's-
bigger.
I'm trying to remember what Rogan said because he obviously has the most knowledge about this
The
kind of
bear is
stuff.
bigger for sure.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but does the gorilla's got reach?
Yeah.
Gorilla's got reach.
Wait, dude, have you guys?
We've talked about gorillas
My
way too
uncle
much.
my
on
uncle
this
had
episode.
a grizzly charge him like
Oh my
I
god.
don't know, 15
No.
years ago. Yeah, they were hunting for deer
Yeah.
and it sniffed him out or something. Came out wandering around trying to eat all the shit he can before winter.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing to do is just sit there and look at them, and then if they keep walking to you, just start fucking yelling at them,
Yeah.
and usually they'll fuck off.
Well, you know the rhyme, right?
What?
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So they were, and they were like up in a fucking tree stand too. And this thing's like just sitting down there at the bottom of the tree, and they're like, please do not start fucking climbing.
Yeah.
Please do
Please.
not start fucking climbing. And it didn't. And then like 6 hours later, they're packing up all the shit, leaving. And they just hear like, not big trees, but like, it's not a tree branch. These are trees snapping, like about this big around. And they're just tipping through, like, but at a rapid ass pace. They're like, what the fuck is that? So they all load the fucking rifles, and they're waiting. My uncle carries a 45 with him when he goes hunting. That will put a fucking 8-ball through.
Uh-huh.
And that thing comes barreling out in front of him, and it's just sitting there. And when they start grunting, dude, they're trying to let you know, like, I'm about to fucking eat you. And so they went, he pulled up his rifle, and it started running at him, shot it.
Yeah.
It, like, hunkered over, stood up, starts running at him again. And he shot it, like, 4 times with the 45. And it plopped from, like, me to the bed.
Yeah.
You shot that thing 6 times?
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Have you
He
guys?
got to keep it, though. That was cool.
Yeah.
He called the Rangers.
Yep.
And was like, hey, I just put fucking 7 rounds through this thing.
Yep.
Sorry, but
Have you guys heard of the Grizzly Man?
The grizzly man.
the one that has a pet grizzly.
No, I mean,
There's a dumb bastard who's got a pet grizzly.
he was
Yeah.
dumb, but he wasn't that dumb. So, the Grizzly Man. You see this guy? He was like a weird kind of hippie guy, and there was like something like mentally off around him. And I looked it up just to make sure, but it said there's like a documentary about it. But he would film himself out in the Alaskan wild, like trying to befriend bears, and be like, "Oh, the bears aren't that bad." And then after, like, surprised he lasted that long. But there's an audio recording of him getting eaten alive by a bear.
I have heard of that.
Dude,
Yeah.
have you listened to the audio recording?
No.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, don't.
I won't. I
Dude,
won't.
it
I'm
is.
good.
It really fucked me up. I was at work when I listened to it. They're like, "All right, Matt, you gotta go do this," and I was like, "Oh, okay, okay."
I feel like no matter what bear I see, I'm just gonna do the tactic I heard when I was a kid: just act big and get loud.
Yeah.
If it's a brown, lay down.
I'm not gonna lie down if I see a fucking bear.
It's
No,
your only
just
chance
gonna
of
come up and
survival.
eat you.
I'm not gonna fucking lie. Why-
Bears will eat dead shit.
I'm
I
ge-
don't know why they tell you to play dead.
I'm gonna fucking just try to act bigger than it.
Bro, the thing I think I'm more scared of than running into a bear is a fucking mountain lion.
Yeah.
You'll never see them coming.
No,
They'll
I'd
stalk
fuck
you
up
for
a mountain
miles.
lion.
Yeah,
They'll
bro.
stalk you for miles,
Yes.
and they will be up in trees. They will be hundreds of feet back,
Yep.
and they will be just taking your scent.
Yep.
And then
my
you're done.
stepdad's best friend, his son was out hunting with his relatives or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had shot a deer, but it was like a couple 100 yards away. So they had to get down the canyon, back up the other side, whatever. And they're sitting there field dressing the deer. And they're like, "Is it fucking snowing again?" And they're like, "What the fuck?" And then they started looking around and they're like, "It's only snowing on us." And they look up and there's a fucking mountain lion just sitting there looking at him, and they're like, "Jesus Christ."
No.
Leave the deer and start walking away.
Yeah.
And that fucker jumped out of the tree and they killed it. But they went, like, as they were leaving, they had started noticing tracks. And that same thing, it tracked them all the way down that canyon,
Yep.
looped around and got in front of them and climbed the tree.
Yep.
And was just fucking waiting for them.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with cats, bro.
No.
Don't fuck
Scary
with cats.
as fuck.
Nah, I wouldn't really be worried
Dude,
about
there's
it.
a bunch of them. Hey, there's a bunch
Yeah,
of them up
fuck
at
you, Matt.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
There's a fuck ton of them.
I know. When I was a kid and I lived in Deer Park, and the like out in the boons, whatever you want to call it, they like caught a cougar out there,
Yeah.
and because it was wild out there, and people had seen it around,
Yep.
getting trash, getting chickens, whatever,
Yep.
and
They'll take down cows, bro.
I guess they put up a cage or something, and they caught it, bro, and
Damn.
like some homeowners and stuff around the property could go and like look at it and take some pictures and stuff.
That's
It-
crazy.
spooky.
There was like, when I was like 10, there was a kid that got nabbed up there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The cougar climbed right into the tent. It was just the mom and the kid. The cougar climbed into the tent, drugged the kid out, and started
Yep.
mauling it.
Yep.
And it woke the mom up, and she had to make the choice of, I gotta run.
Yep.
I gotta get back to the car.
no.
Well, yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do? Your
Kid's
kid's
dead.
already you're
Kid's
done,
dead.
dude.
I know, but that's just. I'm not saying like she's an idiot, like wrong
No,
decision,
it's
but
horrible.
just. Do you guys ever worry about that when we go camping or no?
Fuck no.
Or,
No, I
or
don't.
even hiking?
I don't.
Because, dude, you listened to my pog with him, right? Do you remember I told the story where I was hiking by myself and I
Yeah.
thought it was a bear,
Yes,
and I was
yes.
high,
I think you've told me that story too.
and I was so fucking scared.
The thing
I was
is,
like I couldn't move.
Didn't
bro.
we? When we went up that one night on
Oh yeah, you did mention that
JP,
too.
when we were sitting there in the chairs, didn't we have an animal run through the trees behind us? And we're like, that was kind of fucking big.
can't remember.
It was either that night or it was another night that I went up there.
But the thing is, when you're camping, like, I've heard many stories of a bear coming through and just ripping through a tent and killing, whatever. Usually it's only if you're being an idiot and bringing food into your tent, stuff they can sniff down, and they're going to
Yeah.
be attracted to your campsite. You just have to be smart about them, put your food and shit away before you go to bed. I mean, and, sleep with bear spray, but not really nothing to be scared about where we camp. But there is
No,
bears and cougars and
The
stuff
bears
up
that are
there.
up there
They're up
usually are more scared of you than you are of them.
I
They
think it
just
would
want
most.
your food.
Yeah, I think it would mostly be a black bear too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, the grizzlies are more east, like Montana, dude. That's grizzly country,
yeah.
and those fuckers are big.
Jesus.
Are we gonna wrap this up or what, Matt?
What's it at?
2:01.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's 11:23, brother.
Yeah, we probably should. We could either wrap up with like, we either do like, one more Reddit story, or we all do like a peeve.
Peeve wrecker a bit.
Maybe just peeves.
Peeves. Okay. You got one?
Bears.
Bears is your peeve.
Bears piss me off, man.
All right.
Lousy alcoholics.
Lousy alcoholics. Well, I was gonna send us off with a buzzer beater here.
Hey,
You're
go
not
for it, brother.
alcoholic, though.
That's the third drink. You got to drink one for each of us because we're not drinking.
Fair enough. I was gonna send us out with a buzzer beater. Do I have a good peeve? I don't know.
I know
what my
Jaden
peeve
has
is.
one. Jaden has so many things he gets pissed off at.
Jaden has a peeve. every hour of
Spokane
the
fucking drivers. You guys
Spokane
are
drivers.
god awful.
Just Washington drivers.
Washington.
In
drivers.
Seattle,
Yeah.
it's worse. I promise you.
They're just
so
reckless.
bad.
Drivers here have their head so far up their ass. I don't even know if they know what road they're on, dude.
No, okay. Arrogant shit drivers.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I was driving through downtown like a little while ago, and I was like smoking, and I was like trying to change the video on my phone, like podcast I was listening to, and I kind of swerved into the other lane, and went in front of the car. Then the car pulled up next to me at the light, and I was like, "Sorry, like my bad." And they were like, like you're good." But like, when people do
That
that,
was a good scenario.
when people
yeah.
like do that, and then they get mad, they're like, "What are you mad at me for? Like, wasn't even that bad." Like they're clearly in the wrong, but then they like get mad at you.
Victimize it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
but that pisses me off, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I was saying to Coleman, it was like on our latest pod that was out, I was saying like there have been times where I haven't done this, but I thought about doing this. I'll have like a metal hydro flask, and I've thought about pulling them next to them and just like chucking it at their fucking window, bro.
Jesus Christ.
You will catch a case for that.
I've never done it. Never done it.
All right.
So I guess I
don't-
kind of hijacked that peeve from you, actually. You were kind of... Did you have more you want to say on it? That's it? Just Washington drivers.
Yeah, you guys are trash.
Yeah.
Figure it the fuck out.
Actually, I had a peeve on one of our last episodes that I was gonna save for one when we were all on because you guys talked about it. But I had a peeve, still is a peeve, big one. It just is fucking. It's just road rage. We all fall victim to it, but
yeah.
I feel bad every time I do it, and I don't do it that often. But when I see other people having road rage, I'm just like, you're just having a bad day. Just calm
Dude,
down.
most of the time I have road rage, but I don't go out of my way to like make eye contact with the people or like follow them
Yeah.
by any sense.
Yep.
But like Matt's been on the phone with me when I'm leaving work.
Yep.
And I'm like, you stupid motherfucker! Get the fuck out of the way!
I'm big on sharing the road. Fucking know the road,
No.
share the road.
Hey, cyclists, you stay the fuck off of the roads, all right? The Centennial
have their
Trail
own-
was made for a reason.
Cyclists have their own lane. If they're not in that lane, yeah, get the fuck off
You're
the
fair
road.
game, motherfucker.
I had an instance like last summer where I was driving through on upriver and somebody, like, it's where two lanes go into one.
Mhm.
Somebody did
Mhm.
not share the road for me, and I got livid. And we got stopped at a light, and I sat on my fucking horn, and I was very angry. And I ended up, I was
That's
behind
unlike
him.
you, bro.
I was behind him on upriver the whole time, honking. And he didn't make eye contact. He would look back in the mirror every once in a while to see if I was still pissed, and I would just, I had my finger up. I just held my finger up. I was
still following
super, super angry because I'm all about sharing the road. Like, it's not that hard. When you're merging, like, just fucking.
just merge.
Sometimes people take it personal if you try to merge into their lane.
Well,
It's really
I
strange.
can't remember. Like, this was like an instance where he should have just like let me get into the fucking lane, and so I was really pissed. And we ended up turning onto Argonne together, and I stayed behind him down Argonne to like Montgomery. And this guy was kind of a pussy though. He just like wouldn't look at me. I was like, dude, honking at you.
This
and
is the one fight Coleman's been looking for in
Yeah.
his
And it's
life.
just like, it was kind of one of those things where I'm like, maybe this is like pent up aggression, because after the fact I was
Was
like,
this recent?
I was
Last year, you
last
said.
summer,
Oh,
I
sorry.
think. But after the fact, I did feel bad. I was just like, it wasn't necessary. Like, although I was pissed and he should have let me in, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have been on my horn for fucking 10 minutes straight.
Hey,
just
we've all
like,
done it, brother.
Fuck you, buddy.
This guy does it every day.
It's a peeve. Road rage is a peeve. Like, just, I don't know. Play some music. Calm down.
Yeah.
Another peeve is tweakers. Fuck you, tweakers.
Yeah,
Get a grip of
dude.
your life.
Stay the fuck out of the road.
Or can't you just tweak in peace?
Yeah, there you go. That's my
Go
peeve.
find
Public
a bridge to
tweakers.
crawl under.
Public tweakers.
Yeah.
Bro, like, remember the guy with his dogs downtown? We were taking a smoke break
Yeah.
outside of the bar.
Yes.
Holy, I told Jaden about it
Oh.
too, dude. That was bad, bro.
Animal abuse. That's really
Yeah.
sad.
I think if you saw it, I think you would have fought him. I'm gonna be honest.
Probably, dude. Don't fuck with your animals like that. I
Bro,
hate when
it was
homeless
bad.
people have animals. I know you
Yeah.
need a companion, but you can't do fuck all for that
Yep.
dog. Let him go.
Animal abuse.
Yeah.
Public tweakers.
Look at
That's
that bandito.
that's my other peeve.
Bandito.
I could never hurt my dog.
So
other
tweaking.
than when I'm pissed at him.
I was gonna say it earlier. I heard you say you smacked the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
That's on the ass, and that's for good measure.
You go. He don't play games with me. He knows it ain't no game. I smacked the fuck out
Look
of
at
him.
him now. He's so nice and peaceful, just enjoying the pod.
And yeah, I don't know.
So
What's-
tweak in peace and share the road.
Share the road. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking do the drugs. Do your drugs if you want to do fucking drugs, but don't take it onto the streets. Don't let kids see that shit.
Yeah, bro. Or leaving your needles out.
Yeah. No, it's dangerous. There's fucking fentanyl in the Spokane River here, man.
Yeah.
Shit's not funny.
Jeez, yeah.
We can still make jokes though.
Before we move past it, my favorite thing ever was when Jaden calls me and I'm like, hello. And instead of him being like, yo, he's just like, fuck! And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm on the road right now, but you want to go to the gym later? Or? That was one of my
Dude,
favorite
coming
things
down
ever,
Freya
bro.
At 3 o'clock is the worst.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Bunch of retarded motherfuckers up there.
Can you give me something to cheers to here?
Anything?
Anything, or am I putting you on the spot?
No, I
Alright.
just...
I got something.
Cheers to
Okay.
Sugar Sean.
Sugar Sean and first pod with the boys.
First pod of the Lost
Hey.
Boys.
The Lost Boys. The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
Buzzer
boys
beater,
you got a
baby.
vape too? Bring it in here.
Buzzer beater.
That's so gay.
So, yeah. Let's never do that again.
No.
But the boys are back in town.
Yeah.
Boys are back in town. All right, cool. And then one last thing, because I do want to get like a clip of this.
You remember?
Is I want to
I thought
go.
we were gonna end it on the buzzer beater.
Oh well, you thought wrong, brother.
Sorry, bro.
I just want to end on like because I want to get a clip of this so we can come back. What our parlay is for tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do Joshua Van minus 700. Patrick Mix. Patchy, is that what they call him? Yeah, Patchy Mix minus 180. Joe Pfeiffer minus 375. Pena Harrison to go the distance. And then Sean O'Malley point spread plus 5.5.
Easy.
Yep.
Can we also have some in-house cash bets going as well?
Why not?
Hey, we
I
can
got some tens on me.
We can cash bet on the prelims.
let's each do 10 on it.
I'll-
$30 lay.
I've no
$30 to pay out $298.
I have no idea how that works, but I'm in.
Hey,
You pay $10, he pays 10, I pay 10, and then if we win it, we get $298 and we split that by
Oh.
three.
you don't worry your pretty little head about it. We'll take care
You
of
let
it.
the
Alright.
degenerate gamblers take care of you, sir.
All right. I'll show up and look pretty.
You
boys.
just sit there, look good, and if any pipes start to leak, you're our man.
I'm there.
Boys, been a pleasure.
Yep. Good
First,
shit.
first of
Good
many.
shit.
You guys enjoy that?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a
Hey.
good time.
All right. Peace.